Welcome to Ask a Scientist Gaming, where we combine mediocre gameplay with expert science. I am your guest host, Eugene DePrince, professor of chemistry and biochemistry at Florida State University. In terms of research, I am a quantum chemist and an electronic structure theorist, so I develop software for modeling molecules and materials. Tonight, I have a special guest, Ken Hanson. Ken, would you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ken Hanson, Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. I'm a photochemist/photophysicist. I do light-driven chemistry. I shine light on things and study energy and electron transfer and bond breaking and making. More importantly, tonight I'm joining you not as my role as a researcher, but instead as chair of the Graduate Recruiting and Admissions Committee in the Department of Chemistry. So the committee that makes decisions regarding, what recruiting strategies we do, who we admit to the program, as well as visitation weekends. I am the guy in charge of that committee, which Eugene also fulfilled that role 4 years ago.
A while ago.
Yeah. So, we're here tonight, special stream. We are here to answer questions about graduate school, about graduate admissions, and it looks like Lori's in chat, who's happy to answer things as well as they may come up. So if you guys have questions, throw them in chat. So.
All right, Ken. Thanks for that introduction, telling us why we're here. What's up first in terms of games?
So we are going to go back to arcade, and we're going to play a little bit of Area 51. And so this one was in the arcades back in the day, and I have a brand new nice toy, which is a light gun that actually allows me to play this at home, which I'm excited about.
That's amazing. Why did you pick this game?
So this one it goes way back for me. This was like when I went to karate. It was in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and the karate school I was at, I spent a lot of time there. But when that shut down, it was like I might have had to wait like a half hour for a ride or something. And there was like an arcade across the hallway. And so anytime I saved up enough quarters, this was my go-to game.
This was definitely one that ate quarters.
Yep. But now we have infinite quarters. I gotta back up a little bit.
Infinite quarters.
Detection's a little hard on this. You guys see that white perimeter on the screen? The reason that white perimeter exists is it sets up our frame for the camera at the end of the gun, which is kind of cool technology.
That's great. Well, how many people are in here with us right now? If I knew how
13.
to understand any of this technology. 13, okay. Well, if anybody in the chat has any questions about the admissions process for graduate school, that's what we're here to talk about. Feel free to ask away. Ken and I can answer, and Lori can follow up in the chat. Ken, is there anything you'd want to share to...
we could just give a general overview of the admissions process.
Idea.
So sometime in students' senior year of undergrad, or whenever they decide to apply for grad school, there's going to be a bunch of deadlines in December, a few that go into January or February. And basically, you're going to submit an application to graduate programs. And that application is going to include pretty much the same stuff across the board. A CV, transcript, some kind of personal statement. Sorry, I gotta get that guy.
It's very important. Infinite quarters.
But beyond that, personal statements. Some schools require GRE. We do not. If you're an international student, you require a language score, some kind of language test like Duolingo or IELTS or whatever it might be. And then, you submit that to the department, and then it's out of your hands. And so from there, it ends up coming to a committee that we have, like GRAC, that basically makes decisions on who gets into the program and who doesn't. And there's a lot of variables that go into that, but the important thing is you've done the best you can. You submitted your package, also 3 letters of recommendation from other people. And then, we evaluate and make decisions. And then for domestic students in the follow-up end of January at least, we do visitation weekends at FSU. And then schools typically do them later than us, but you roughly get an admission if you're a domestic student sometime in December and January. And then if you're international, it's going to be sometime in January, typically.
Great. And Lori has put all of the language tests that we accept at FSU. I am surprised to see Duolingo in there.
Yeah, that's a recent addition, huh?
Wow, this is a very stressful game. Infinite quarters!
I'm getting wrecked. Somebody should keep track of the amount of quarters I've spent on this. Don't worry, got my continues. But that's the general admissions process. Oh, that's interesting. They added Duolingo because of COVID. I did not know that. Thank you, Laurie. But it makes sense. See, I'm a little bit too close to the screen. See how it's bouncing around?
Yeah, we were practicing before the stream, and I was a bit farther back than you are.
Yeah.
Okay, first time chat. Thank you, the huge Bork, for chatting for the first time. Love your handle. Does applying earlier help your odds?
Earlier, so we have a couple deadlines. Our priority deadline is December 1st, and then our formal deadline at the university where they like close the portal, I think that one's January 15th. And so no matter what, you have to get your application in by January 15th. But if you get it in that late, your odds of getting accepted do go down. You want to get into our school or get your application into our school or any school at that, oof, I almost killed the civilian there. At that December 1st deadline for FSU or whatever priority deadline for the programs.
Yeah, and Lori is corrected. It's February 1st is the drop deadline. Yeah, but in terms of like, should you apply in November versus December 12th, that definitely doesn't matter.
Yeah, like we're not going to get together as a committee until the application deadline is passed. I doubt any other program is organized enough to be in front of it. Or am I just extrapolating to other people what we do?
It's projecting. You're
yeah, projecting. There it is.
Well.
How do you feel about Area 5? Did you ever beat this game back in the day?
No, I am very cheap, and I can't imagine spending this many quarters as a child.
Have you tried getting good?
I couldn't because I didn't have the quarters to practice.
Oh man, that's why I love having this at home. This is amazing.
Lori wants to know what you're drinking tonight, Ken.
Oh man, Lori, right now we're starting with Eugene and I's individual favorites. So, Gene, go ahead.
I've got a High Lie, which looks black, but it's green. Oh, can you even see it?
Green screen.
It disappears in some spots.
Yeah.
It's a very hoppy IPA from Cigar City Brewery, which I think is in Tampa or around Tampa. Mm-hmm. What about you, Ken?
I'm drinking Blue Moon. This is my default go-to. But Lori, you'll be happy to know that we will have a special drink after Eugene finishes this one. I found a special one this weekend.
It's apparently a surprise.
It is a surprise. Eugene does not know what he'll be drinking, but he's drinking all of it.
So can I tell them about the bottle opener?
You can tell them about the bottle.
So a long time ago, my mother gave me a couple of bottle openers that are identical from Alaska. Strange to give someone two of the same gift. Nonetheless, I had them. And they were a bear that said, "Bite me." And it was easily the worst bottle opener I've ever possessed. And Ken made fun of it every day that he came over to my house. So I gave it to him one day. And then I recently went to China. And I thought, what could I bring Ken back from China? And I decided to bring, the green screen ruins it. It's a bottle opener from the Qingdao Brewery in Qingdao, China. How fun. Let's see. Ew, my husband made a face at the surprise drink. Does Lori know what it is?
I think I told her in an email what it is. So if she read it to him. The surprise face is he's jealous he doesn't have it.
That's probably what it is. I don't see any alternative. Okay.
Man.
Well, anybody in the chat have any burning questions about graduate school applications, anything about the process, or graduate school in general?
School. What Eugene underplayed is he is the chair of graduate studies at FSU.
Yes.
So he deals with all the things, qualifying exams, all the paperwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've recently been undertaking the very exciting activity of replacing all of our forms for the graduate students with updated forms. Super fun.
Each his own.
So yeah, between Lori, Ken, and I, we know just about everything there is to know about
whether we want
applications through graduation. So ask away if you have any questions.
That's true. We do have the cradle to grave.
That's not how I would have phrased it.
That's how I'm phrasing it.
Oh, another first-time chat from Earl Gerald the 27.
Come on.
Who's from Ghana. Hi, I'm from Ghana, and my country was part of the ones waived for language proficiency. Do I still need to provide a TOEFL or IELTS? can?
No, as far as I know, you don't. As long as your undergrad education was in English, and there's a certain list of certified waived programs, and Laurie would have more details on this, but no, as long as your undergrad was in English and it's on that waived list, you do not.
That is a great question.
Yeah. That saves you some time and effort and some cost associated with it.
Anything to get more quarters to play more Area 51.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button. Pay for alcohol. And, oh, come on. There we go. I love the shotgun in this. It is so satisfying.
It is powerful and easy to aim.
How's the volume, chat? If the volume's too loud on the game, let us know, because it's kind of hard for us to tell and balance it. Man, you see the radius on the shotgun?
Yeah, it's pretty...
OP?
It's like cheating. So have you ever shot a shotgun?
Yes.
Tell me the context.
I had a friend in high school who was really into guns. So like the same weekend I did a handgun, shotgun, and a sniper rifle.
Midja says it's a little loud.
Bottom one,
The bottom one?
Bottom one, move that bar to the left.
Just like 45? Sure. Oh, that's a big difference. Is that too low?
Yeah, move it up a little. You want this one to be like between 30 and 25-ish.
Okay, it's good for now. Okay,
Yeah.
So I hope that's good for you, Midja. Heart lukewarm. How does a CV differ from a resume when applying to grad school?
Man, you are asking the wrong people, because we've never applied for real jobs. I guess you kind of did during your national lab stint, but I honestly don't know the formal difference between resume and CV.
I don't know it either. You just need, standard things. Where you went to school, GPA, papers if you have them.
Yeah, any extra like clubs or whatever you were part of, any responsibilities you had. But put those in document form. Yeah.
Okay, and the huge Bork is back with another question. How large is the incoming graduate class? Also, it's a two-part question. Are admittances more strict for master's versus PhD?
So our incoming graduate class, we typically get between 35 and 45 students. I think that's about the highest we've gone, is somewhere in that range. Next year, we're shooting for a class of 45 to 50. So yeah, a healthy group of students. Due to Florida laws, it's typically going to be 2 domestics for every 1 international that's admitted to the program. So yeah, but it all depends on how many students apply. So hopefully anyone in chat, Eugene, you should type in the hot command.
I know it.
It's like programming, man. Look at that. There's the apply.
I did it.
Chatbot, thank you for filling that in.
Thank you, chatbot. Okay.
Definitely apply. What was the second half of that
The
question?
second half of the question was, is there a difference in how an application is evaluated for master's versus PhD?
So masters, we don't have a paid master's program. Like you either get admitted to the PhD program or not. We do offer a self-paid master's. I mean, this is sometimes students that don't want to necessarily commit to a PhD or wouldn't necessarily get into the PhD program. But the thing about the PhD program is if you want to leave after taking classes and like giving prospectus, you can leave with a master's if you decide graduate school is not for you. But most of the time, we want students that are coming in and are committed to the PhD.
Okay, let's see. Lots of questions.
How did I not hit
Fantastic. Another first-time chat from Joey Tony. I love the 2 first names.
So
Do you
nice.
think other experiences as an undergraduate, such as industry internships, will help you rather than continuing with your undergrad research over summer, for example? That's a pretty good question.
That is a really good question. I'd say number one priority with your research experience as an undergrad is to get a really good letter of recommendation and get on a paper. Those are the 2 priority things I look at. One thing to note is not everyone prioritizes the same things. Like Eugene has different opinions than I do on what's important for applications. But I think universally having a paper and a good letter is going to help you no matter what. And so if an internship gets you an additional letter plus some experience, I mean, that's awesome. But I would prioritize one research experience and getting a paper out of it. But Eugene, what's your...
No, I agree, and I think it depends on the specific experiences you're getting. If the school you're at doesn't have research opportunities, I mean, it makes sense to go do something in industry opportunity. But being able to dedicate an extended amount of time to a single research group is good because it would up your increases of getting a paper out of it. Lori has pointed out that, back to the CV and resume question, if there's a career center at your university or somewhere in your community, they can help you out with CV formatting type questions.
I mean, also, there's plenty of web pages that have like nice formatting and templates, and I mean, even ChatGPT would probably put together a pretty solid resume at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another first-time chat. Moses says, what is the most ideal GPA requirement for PhD admission? 4.0.
I was going to say ideal 4.0.
Just kidding.
With that said, I mean, as long as you have research experience, we will be pretty flexible in the GPA. We've let in people as low as, I don't know, roughly 3. But yeah, the higher your GPA, the less people will discuss your GPA and the more they'll discuss everything else on your resume. But yeah, you don't want GPA to limit you, but it's not going to be a make or break thing. I'm getting wrecked.
I'm just so enthralled with the questions, I didn't even notice.
It's okay.
Midya again. How many applications do we get, and how competitive is the process?
Oh, man. So domestics, we get anywhere between 80 and 140, something like that. It's very dramatically depending on the year. International, it can vary a lot, too. It depends on what our ranking is on U.S. World News. We've ranged anywhere from 80 complete applications to 400. So yeah, it's look at that.
It varies.
Sniped.
And then can you comment on competitiveness?
I mean, you guys can do the math from there. If we have an incoming class of 45 from those, it's definitely harder. The acceptance rate is lower among international students just because we have more applications and we have less spots for international students. But domestic students, I mean, if you convince us you have good research experience, we are going to let you in and you can visit us and see if you want to come to FSU.
Now, in case discussions of competitiveness have dissuaded you from applying, keep in mind that we have a comparatively low application fee compared to other schools. What is that application fee?
It's $30.
Wait, wasn't that a prediction?
Is it? No.
It wasn't. Okay.
No, I did not have
$30. Not so.
We should have
Hopefully
done
not
a
so bad.
prediction on that. I completely forgot that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
$30
Also, one
US
thing to note about those 450 whatever international applications, like there's a non-trivial portion of them that are not like real. Like they could be, I don't know, sociology majors applying to chemistry for some reason. So I wouldn't let the numbers scare you away. If you're a strong chemistry candidate, you're going to be a strong chemistry candidate anywhere. This is brutal if you're one player.
Well, you should have brought 2 guns.
I should have got 2 guns. Oh, I don't have enough credits.
So much for unlimited quarters.
I ran out of like 15 credits. So what is that? Was this a quarter per credit? I don't know.
No, this had to have, per credit? I don't know. It was like $1 just to play the game.
Yeah.
Oh, so upsetting. Okay, Earl Gerald 27. Is the SpanTran evaluation necessary for the application to be considered?
Man, this is a touchy subject and something I think we can rant about because upper administration's not going to be watching this, but we are super unhappy that system exists and we're actually fighting back against it. With that said, it does exist for at least one more application cycle. So we are stuck with SpanTran and West verification. And in terms of whether you need it, the university won't let us review applications until it's in. So yes, it is required for us to even see it on a departmental level.
So back to numbers of applications. Last year, was it the first year or the second year we had it?
It's first year, and they dropped it on us in November.
And so the number of international applications really went down significantly.
Yeah, the number of completed applications.
Yeah.
This is kind of the ideal game to play while streaming. I mean, unlimited quarters. You don't have to focus. You just like... Oh, this is it. Final boss.
Of the whole game?
Yeah.
What? All right. Let's see. Any credential evaluation approved by NACEs. So SpanTran and Wes were the ones we mostly see. Thank you, Lori, for that clarification.
Come on, let me get my bomb.
Moses was actually admitted last year, but they couldn't, or no, in 2022, but couldn't make it. So they're going to try again. Try again. Make sure you remind us in the application that you were already admitted once.
Yeah, I think Lori flags if people were admitted to the program or applied to the program previously.
That's great. Oh boy. Cuddle Puppy's here trying to depress us.
Cuddle Puppy, welcome back. It's good to see you.
Cuddle Puppy, I've learned how to ban people. So I won't abuse that power, of course.
But also, Cuddle Puppy, you should apply for grad school at FSU. You could come work for Dr. Eugene DePrince or Ken Hanson.
Either one of us. What is this one? Do I get rid of this one? Hello, thanks for your time. Okay, let's see. Oh, that is a real question. Okay, great. So, Joey Tony again, how is it living in Tallahassee? That's a very good question, because I happen to like Tallahassee.
I mean, so this is one you'd want to ask. This is why visitation weekend is so important, because you got to get this insight from grad students. Like Eugene and I, we own a house, we have a yard, we have reasonably priced daycare. All that stuff is super awesome, but not necessarily something you guys care about as grad students. So I love it. It's middle ground between, a major city and a small town. Not too big, not too small. We don't have like major traffic issues or anything like that, but we also have plenty of restaurants we can go to if we want to. So,
yeah, I lived in Chicago and then Atlanta and then here. And before all that, I lived in a town called Murfreesboro that at the time had only 80,000 people. So it was pretty small.
Only 80,000 people.
Well, compared to 400,000.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I really like Tallahassee in terms of, for a number of reasons. The weather's great. It's a little bit hot in the summer, but the winters are fantastic. Mm-hmm. In terms of cost of living, Tallahassee's around the national average in terms of cost of living. And I think our graduate stipend is pretty competitive with other schools. And so when you're looking at things like stipends, you should think about not only the stipend itself, but also the cost of living. And then we have it's just beautiful here. There's lots of trees, nature everywhere, and we're not that far from the beach.
And also, I mean, if you like big city life but don't want to live in the big city, we're 4 hours from Orlando, 3.5 from Tampa, 4.5 from Atlanta.
Depends on where in Tallahassee, but yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we take our families to like Disney and Universal. So yeah, nice mix of things.
Olamid 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 asks, what number of pages is good for a CV?
Oh man, I did whatever total number you need to convey the message.
Not any more than that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't just fill it with, random stuff. Like, I never included my black belt in karate on a CV, but
probably 2 or 3 pages.
I mean, actually, even that's not bad. It shows some sort of commitment and leadership.
You say that because you did karate as a kid.
But do you put your Eagle Scout on?
I probably did, at least to apply for undergraduate. I don't know about graduate school.
Because, I mean, you just don't have that much on your CV, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put, I'm, fluent in Area 51 game mechanics or something like that. You want to have something that's relevant, whether it's directly or indirectly. Directly being chemistry experience, indirectly meaning you worked somewhere and you were a manager, right?
Yeah.
You showed some kind of responsibility and leadership role.
So I need to, the huge Bork is complaining about traffic, and I need to address this. He says West Tennessee at rush hour would disagree with my traffic comment. The problem is you've picked the wrong street to go down. If you want to go towards Monroe, you should take, what's the one that, the other one that I can't, escapes me currently.
Which one?
It runs parallel.
John Knox?
No. So, like, at Tennessee, right at Murphy, it splits off.
Oh, yeah. That one that we go to the left.
Yeah.
Google Maps sends us there all the time.
You should go on that one.
Yeah.
It solves everything.
But also, even then, like, I don't know, who is this? This is...
The huge Bork, of course.
Huge Bork. So I had a similar story as Eugene. I grew up in a very small town, a town of 1,600 people.
Significantly smaller than 80,000.
And then went to undergrad in a town of 20,000. Then went to grad school in downtown LA. And then UNC Chapel Hill, and then here. And so, yeah, it's not fully Minnesota with 1,600 people, but also there isn't really a rush hour.
Yeah. Well,
the worst thing you get is getting stuck behind a school bus. That's probably where a lot of that traffic builds up.
Yeah. Okay, what is the nature of the PhD candidacy exam? Is it both written and oral? What?
Yes, it is. That one's actually in your domain. You've dealt with this.
Yeah, so the candidacy exam, okay. In graduate school, we have different milestones that students have to meet every year. In your first year, you have to join a group, form a committee. In your second year, you have to give a talk in a programmatic seminar series, like a 20-minute talk. In your third year, you advance to candidacy. In your fourth year, you give another talk in a programmatic seminar, and then in your fifth year, hopefully you graduate. At the candidacy stage, the exam has three components. There's a written proposal that doesn't have to be an original proposal. It's more of a document that's to help you focus on what the remaining parts of your research will be at FSU. And then you defend that proposal. You give a talk, a 20, 30, 40-minute talk, and during which you'll get asked questions about your research. And then there's also a core competency component where you get asked basic chemistry questions that are related to the classes you took. But that kind of happens during the rest of it. So yes, there's all three. There's both written and oral examination. But there's nothing like CUMES that are at some other schools have cumulative exams. We don't have those.
Yeah, we don't have any formalized question and answer or anything like that.
Okay. YRK_S says the CGPA in my country is graded out of 10. So while applying to school, should we convert our CGPA to a scale 4 or just submit it?
Just submit it as is. I mean, as far as I know, you have to submit your transcript anyway, but Lori is our go-to guru, and I think there's an automated process now that helps translate GPAs.
Yeah, so I believe Lori used to do it herself, but now this, as part of the SpanTran, I think all of that gets translated.
Yeah, so no matter what, you will be on the same scale as everyone else you're evaluated against. Man, I'm getting wrecked there. Misadventures! Area 51 is spectacular. It's a little jank on the pointing. I'm a little bit too close to the screen, but it's been fun.
Hello, first time chatter. It's too long. M. Dara Fuzz Aman. Good to see you.
Oh no, I just murdered my team.
Okay, Nightbot did something. I don't know what. Cuddle Kitty Cat. Salutations, Cuddle Kitty Cat. Let's see. If we were an officer at a campus political party club as an undergraduate, should we redact the political party?
Oh, man.
No!
I don't think so. I don't think that would matter.
It will not matter. We do not discriminate based on political affiliation.
Yeah, I can't imagine that coming up in any conversation.
It can't. We cannot discriminate based on political affiliation.
Yeah.
Cuddle Kitty Cat and Cuddle Puppy must know each other. I'm not sure about this.
Cuddle Puppy's like, why are you me? Just fair question.
Okay, the very long handle that I had trouble with a second ago has already applied for fall 2025. What's the process of picking a research group or supervisor after getting admission? Great question.
Yeah,
and
so
do you answer this one?
that's post-admission. That's on you.
Okay, so that one's on me. Well, I'll tell you. As soon as you get to FSU, you start TA training. In the 2 weeks that lead up to the actual semester starting. You're being paid during this time. It's fantastic. During this time, all of our faculty who are interested in taking students will give short research presentations so you can get an idea of what's going on in their group. And then the lab exploration process involves 2 steps beyond that. You have to pick 3 faculty and go and have one-on-one conversations with them about their research, just 5 or 10 minutes, get their signature. And then after that, you pick 2 faculty that you want to do extended rotations with. The rotation would be something like 2 weeks, a minimum of 2. And then once you've done these rotations and you
that rotation is like time in lab.
Time in lab.
Boots on the ground, actually doing stuff, interacting with students.
2 weeks, giving it a real effort to get to know what it is like to do research in that group. And then around the 1st of November, you rank order the groups that you would like to join, and we have sort of a matching process that where basically I take the list of first choices and go and talk with the faculty about those students, and they say, yes, I would like to accept these students. No, I don't have enough room for all of them, so I will take these 2, that sort of thing. And then we go down the list to second choice and beyond that. So that's basically how it works. By November 7th, you should probably have a group. And then that supervisor is your research advisor for the rest of your time in the program. How many programs do you think it's common to apply to?
Ooh, we got a prediction. Do a prediction.
It's time for a prediction. Now we all have to sit here while I figure out how to do this. Do I find it, Ken? I can do it.
Okay, we got
There
this.
we go. So we have a prediction.
All right, if you guys aren't familiar with predictions, basically Twitch has this feature called predictions. Usually it's related to gameplay, like will Ken get more than 50% accuracy on this level, but we use it to answer science questions. Typically tonight they're going to be graduate admissions related questions. So Eugene's going to pop up a prediction right now. At the top of your chat you're going to see a predict button, and you're going to have standard internet units in the bottom of that chat. And it's basically these imaginary internet units that me and Eugene came up with, actually. And so you can use those points to gamble as much as you want, predicting the answer of the question we're going to pop up.
And you want this to be 2 minutes?
2 minutes is
And
our
then
tip.
how do I pick which one is the correct answer?
After it's done.
Okay. So it should be name of the prediction is where I put it?
Yeah, name of the prediction.
I got it. We're going. Ready?
All right, we're going live, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, here we've got our prediction. It has started.
And if you guys don't have standard internet units, click the follow button. You'll get standard internet units. 1, it makes our numbers go up, and 2, it gives you more points to gamble. And so depending on your degree of competence. So the question is, Eugene, I don't know if
I didn't read it. The question is, how many graduate schools did Ken apply to? More than 5 or less than 5?
So yeah, we only have 2 answer options. There's no hard answers here.
All right, let's bang out some more of these questions. Cuddle Puppy, I would not put that your political party is the Empire from Star Wars. Not a good time. Cuddle Kitty Cat wants to know what the turnaround time is for applications, which I think is turnaround.
So the turnaround time at FSU, so when you guys apply by December 1st, we'll look at domestic applications first because they're the ones that fly out for visitation. We will get answers back to the first batch of domestics by, we'll say, before the December 20th, before the holiday break, and then we'll do the rest of the domestics in January. International students, we'll try to get a lot of those turned around in December if we can. It depends on how soon the applications get completed and we have a full list of them. So yeah, we turn around quick compared to most schools. We are first. Is that fair to say?
I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah, we don't mess around.
It's the first that I know of.
Especially when me and Eugene are in charge. We get stuff done.
Let's go. Okay, next question. Please elaborate on undergraduates attending FSU grad school.
You guys have about 15 seconds left on the prediction, so get your answers in right now. We'll get back to this question after we decide the prediction. How many grad school programs did Ken apply for?
More than 5, less than 5.
Buy myself some time. All right. So prediction is closed, Eugene. So go over there and it says
choose outcome.
The answer is greater than 5. So I actually applied to 8 grad schools. That was somewhat limited by financial constraints. I didn't have a whole lot of money, so yeah, I didn't apply to too many places. So 8 schools. I got into 4 or 5 of those and ultimately went to University of Southern California.
Nice.
Oh, my computer just crashed. Look at that. All right, it's time to move over to Jurassic Park.
Oh, Cuddle Kitty Cat. Thanks for the follow.
All right, so I don't know why Area 51 just crashed on me, so we're going to change up games.
Did you beat it?
I did. I beat it, and I was playing it a second time.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys impressed?
I wasn't even paying attention.
So many quarters.
Okay, can we revisit the question about FSU students?
Yes. But the reason we put this prediction up is you were asking typical number of my students, undergrads in my lab that apply, they typically do between 5 and 10 graduate programs. And I usually recommend do some that are aspirational, right? Like the MITs, the Caltechs of the world. Do a healthy number that are pretty, reasonable bets for you. So like FSU would be on the same tier as like NC State or
Harvard.
And then you have some safety schools that maybe you're not super excited about, but if you didn't get anywhere else, you might do it. So,
this is a little known fact, but FSU is known as the Harvard of North Florida.
That is true, or at least it once was known as such.
Tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to Jurassic Park.
Ken, why did you pick this game?
Because it's just a cool game.
And you also have to shoot the gun.
Yeah, well, what's nice is I just hold the trigger on this one. My hand is tired from holding.
You can't run out of bullets?
No. It's just nonstop fire.
And it even tells you to shoot at the head if it wasn't obvious.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Are you actually playing because it says push start button?
No, that's player 2 start.
Oh, I see.
So yes, I am playing. I am shooting the T-Rex. We'll call him Mr. T.
Okay, Cuddle Kitty Cat. I'm guessing maybe an FSU undergraduate because they're asking us to elaborate on undergrads attending FSU for graduate school.
As in, do we take FSU undergrads for graduate program?
And is it a good idea? I would guess is part of the meaning of the question.
I mean, we do take every year. We take at least it's probably two FSU undergrads to the graduate program. I mean, not that many apply, and one of the reasons is I in particular encourage my students to apply elsewhere. There's a couple reasons for that. One, to spread out your CV and have more than one research experience and have other research you have access to. But two, in terms of life experience, this is an opportunity to go live somewhere else unique for 5 years. Like, I would not want to live in downtown LA right now, but I'm glad I did that experience as a grad student. Sure, it'd be nice to have money, but also I want to have a yard. I want to own a house. So, yeah, I'd recommend going somewhere else, not just for research, but for like life experience. Because there's a statistic, I haven't looked it up recently, but it's something like 70% of Americans will spend their entire lives within roughly 50 miles of their hometown. And like, don't do that. Have a life experience. Go somewhere else. Learn something new. So yeah, not to show you guys away from FSU if you're here already, but you might as well explore something else.
One thing that I think about is that if you took my undergraduate PChem class and then my quantum class,
it's the same class.
It's not the same class, but man, you probably would learn something a little bit more new.
And you'd be so sick of Eugene.
I am annoying.
And then you'd work for him.
Oh man.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay, what are the responsibilities of a TA and an RA?
That is a fun one. Do you want to field that one? Or
Sure. So at FSU, anyone who's in good standing in the program, which means you're meeting your milestones and have a 3.0 GPA, is going to be eligible for a TA-ship or an RA-ship. And after everyone in their first year is a teaching assistant. After your first year, it depends on the group you join and their funding levels, that kind of thing. If you're a teaching assistant, then you're either going to be assigned to a lecture or a lab. If for the first years are mostly assigned to Gen Chem or organic lab or lecture. If you're a lecture TA, then you have to grade exams and attend the recitations, where like quizzes are administered and you're asking students ask you questions, that sort of thing. Do practice problems. If you're a lab TA, then you have to oversee the lab and grade lab reports.
Note also, if you have a fellowship like NSF, DOE, Army, Defense, whatever, they pay for your salary and tuition. So you don't TA ever when you have those, at least during the 3-year interval of your fellowship.
Yeah.
So yeah, fellowships are awesome. Did you have a fellowship? You got the NSF?
I had the DOD NDSEG one.
Okay.
National Defense, quantum chemistry, of course, for national defense. That one, I still had the TA in my first year. I am salty about that. We can tell that story once. There's so many questions to get through.
I mean, even if you don't have to TA in your first year, I'd recommend it because your first year is kind of useless.
Yeah.
I would save it. That's what I told Ethan to do, or suggested.
That's the thing. I wasn't allowed to defer the fellowship, nor was I allowed to defer teaching. So I had to teach. And then someone else in the research group I joined got my salary. How messed up? This was like 20 years ago, and I'm still mad about it.
I didn't know you couldn't defer.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of fellowship options you guys should look into. At least U.S. citizens, there's a lot. International students, not so much. Sorry about that. But like the DoD Smart Fellowship is kind of a crazy one. Whatever years you get paid through the fellowship, you have to do that job, that amount of time at a national lab or at a defense lab, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, if that's where you want to go, it's awesome.
And then during this time, so that's really, on paper, that's 20 hours a week, but you're employed for more than that. So additional time you're supposed to be spending doing research still. And then for an RA, your responsibilities are doing research. And
what?
That's basically it.
I ran into a brontosaurus. Are they still called brontosaurus? What are these things?
I think they became brachiosauruses, and then reverted to brontosauruses?
I'm just going to call him Pluto from now on.
I'm not a paleontologist.
There's no rules here.
Okay, Lori says Joey, Tony, and Moses had more questions, but this is so far up in the chat. I don't remember what they were.
I told you, copy paste them. You're going to lose all of them.
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
Just copy the text and paste them down.
I completely forgot that that's what you told me to do.
Yeah.
Here we go from the top.
Because it's easy to get lost in the pile up of questions.
And that was
so
this
you can
one.
go back.
Yeah? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, congratulations to anyone that got their prediction points. It's kind of useless outside of this stream, but you can request a factoid, make us take a drink, unlock emotes. Gene, I feel like you've been underutilizing the emotes.
Where are they? Okay.
There we go.
We got one.
Standard internet units. Shut up and take my standard internet units.
A huge Bork redeemed request a factoid.
Oh, man. Do we want to drop a graduate admissions factoid? I didn't even prepare factoids for this. Do you want a science factoid or do you want a graduate school related factoid? I don't even know what we do for graduate related.
I think it's dealer's choice.
I'm woefully underprepared for this. They reply with what they want. Oh, they want a science related factoid. All right. I do have some of those. Let me continue the game. I'm going to read off of one of my factoids while I get my credits. Oh man, this is a fun one. So sometimes I just learn these interesting factoids and I write them down for stream. But the first use of the word scientist was in 1834. It was a Cambridge University historian, Willem Whewell. And he was trying to rationalize how to name like a person who does science, right? And he used these things like cultivator of science, natural philosopher, naturalist. But ultimately, he was the first to coin the term scientist. And his rationale behind it was, if someone that does art is an artist, someone that does science is a scientist.
That's kind of like the lamest origin story for...
It is, but I love that somebody came up with scientists first.
Well,
right?
Are you a gamer or a gamist? Gamist sounds like you might be discriminatory against certain games.
On modern times, this was 1834.
I see. I think I'd prefer to be called a sciencer.
Sciencer. All science you so hard.
Moses has a follow-up about the TA-RA question.
Yep.
Are we going to be, considering research demands, how long are we going to have to be a TA? Any chance of being an RA after the first year TA? Absolutely.
So at FSU, I think we have 50% of our students are RA and TA. So all first years are on TA. And then beyond that, it really depends on your advisor, how much money they have, and if you have a fellowship or not. So it really depends on the PI.
Okay. Joey Tony has a salary question. Are you guaranteed some base level of salary no matter what group you are in?
At FSU, we have a rule that you can't pay differently on different groups. So we have a base salary of $30,000. The only thing that changes that is if you get some kind of fellowship, either from the university or an external one.
And that's the same. So that means it's the same for TA and RA, not just RA in different groups.
Yep.
And at Chicago, I remember TAs paid more, so some people liked to be.
How much more?
I don't remember. I only had the TA when I didn't actually get the money.
I was going to say, you TA'd your first year, right?
Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Misadventures in Astro. Brontosaurus is a unique species again. Hooray.
All right.
When are we going to get admissions decisions, Ken?
It depends. If you're domestic, probably in December. If you're international, also in December, but maybe it goes into January. Rarely will we reach out to anyone after that point, at least in our program. Other programs, I didn't hear back from some until like February. So, yeah, we can only comment on ours, but we are on top of our stuff as far as admissions go. But that also implies if you don't hear back from us by February, your odds are probably not good.
At the same time, not that you guys are going to get rejected, but Lori is very good about going ahead and telling people that aren't getting in.
Yeah, she's excellent at communication. She is our go-to on. She's why people come to FSU. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. You want to tell me why there's a wooden bridge in the middle of a volcano?
Poor decisions. That's like the theme of this movie.
No, that's a good point. They never spent so much time thinking if they could. They never thought if they should. But yeah, this is Jurassic Park, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not just joining us, Should probably change the stream name because I think I have Area 51 listed.
Well, we're going to have to figure out how to do that as a team.
Okay.
What's your recommendation if someone wants to research new medicine in the future? Pharmacy school or graduate school?
Man, neither of us are an expert on this particular area, but if you want to actually make new drugs that can make a difference, I think graduate school in chemistry or, chemical biology or something, I think that's probably your best bet of actually making something new.
Yes, I think that's the right answer. Moses.
Holy crap.
You guys have great questions. This is wonderful.
Yeah,
Does the contract offer span 12 months or 9 months?
12 months. What do we guarantee funding through 5 years? Is that right?
You're guaranteed for 5 years. You can petition for a sixth. Usually that's granted if you're in good standing.
Yeah,
and yes, it's a 12-month salary.
And that's tuition covered plus the salary.
Yep.
So yeah, we guarantee that. But that's worth looking at because there's engineering programs I know that don't do 12-month, they do 9-month with the expectation that you spend your summer at some kind of internship of some kind. So yeah, definitely ask that question. And read the fine print on your contract because make sure you're covered on all bases.
Cuddle Puppy has a dinosaur-related question.
All right.
This trope that there's volcanoes everywhere in Dino Land, where does that come from?
I'm sure that was early, 1940s. We learned about dinosaurs, let's make movies, but I don't know.
Joey Tony's asking, does anyone ever end up having to pay during their PhD?
The only scenario we have people pay is if they do a self-paid master's or they stay too long. We might require their PI or them to pay for additional credits.
So like I just said, you're guaranteed funding for 5 years. You can petition for a sixth. If you go beyond your 6th year, it's not likely that the department would support you as a TA and beyond the 6th year. You don't want to be there that long anyway.
Yeah, that's not good for
and then that means if the group can't support you, then you would maybe you're done doing all of your experiments and you're just writing your thesis, you'd register for a handful of credits, but you'd have to pay for those out of pocket. But that's pretty rare.
Oh man, we're inside the main building.
Oh yeah. Let's eat some Jell-O.
It's so realistic. On-a-track shooters, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember the indoor birds?
Ken, which is the best Jurassic Park movie? Or Jurassic World?
The answer is the first Jurassic Park, obviously.
That's correct.
I would stop being friends with you if it was anything else.
It's the one where they use laser pointers.
When you hold your hand out and dinosaurs get that. The laser pointers, I forgot about that. Oh, it's the one where
they were weaponized.
The bad guy plan was large grasshoppers.
Yeah.
I want to know why these raptors are diving from the ceiling. Do you see them when they show up upside down in the corners? It's amazing.
So Lori's given some actual information based on her experience about having to pay for their own way on when students are on an internship and only register for 2 credit hours.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not a typical funding mechanism.
Yeah, but that's if you want that summer of research to count towards credit, you have to pay for some credits. But if you have an internship, you're going to make more money than as a grad student, probably. So that makes it worth it. Also, in summer internships, if you have a chance, that's a pretty awesome experience. I had one student that was just at ARL, the Army Research Laboratory, and he loved his summer there.
Oh, this is an interesting question, Ken. How are the chances if your undergraduate research experience and internships don't match what you want to do with your PhD?
Again, opinions vary on this, but for me, I don't care what you did as an undergrad as long as you showed you were motivated and driven and you knew what lab experience was like. That's all I need. I assume all my students start from scratch, and if they have anything on top of that, it's a bonus. Because honestly, I have 5 years to make you good at what we do. That's... after a year, you're going to be completely caught up and you'll be driven independently, which is what I care about. What's your opinion on that one?
No, I think that's the right answer. Because whatever you worked on as an undergraduate is probably not what you're going to work on in graduate school.
And the other thing to think about, too, is what you do in a job after graduate school is not going to be what you worked on in grad school. So you're going to do that transition again.
We're just trying to teach you to think.
What industry and national labs or whoever you're applying for care about is that you're You got a work ethic, you're organized, you're productive, you can present, you can write, like all the skills that are broadly applicable to any chemistry lab of any kind. But also beating Jurassic Park while answering questions. I think this is the final boss here. I'm about to get wrecked. Ready?
Oh no.
I got him on this one. It's not a particularly challenging fight, because this is what you do.
You've done it, Ken.
Think so? Right between the eyes. Whew.
Murderer. That's a doofy looking Dr. Grant.
We did it. We won the war on Jurassic Park. That's fun. Did you finish your beer? Are we busting out the new one?
I did. Okay, Cuddle Puppy.
Oh my god, we're excited, ladies and gentlemen. Type exclamation point drink. Did it pop up with the description?
Oh, it's from Ology.
So I went to Ology this weekend. They had the Tallahassee Scientific Society fundraiser. And here's the drink. It's called No Bake Shake. And so this is like a limited run thing. Are you ready for this description? A Berliner style ale with cherries, cheesecake, and natural flavors. So for those of you not familiar, so Eugene and I have known each other over 10 years now, and for that entire decade I have subjected him to many occasions where I force him to try various different drinks of any kind. I will go to the store and see, I don't know,
Banana.
coffee, like marshmallow, just whatever. And so this is the pinnacle of that. I think I've won. I've won.
So it's over?
It's a cherry cheesecake beer. Cheers, Eugene. If you guys haven't tried it, it's amazing.
Oh, that is awful. It's kind of like a sour. I think that's the style I would go with.
It is a sour.
With a strange aftertaste.
But it tastes like cheesecake.
No, it doesn't.
Try the first sip. Try it.
It has a strange aftertaste.
Clear your palate. Clear your palate.
I mean, it's cheesecake adjacent.
Yeah, it's not actual cheesecake.
It's not actual
it's a beer.
cheesecake. Although the beer, it looks like cheesecake.
Oh, man.
Okay, Dr. Eugene, regarding computational research, what's the best approach to understand the technical aspects of the discipline? I am a firm believer that you don't understand a theory until you've actually programmed it yourself. So get your hands dirty and try playing around with some Python. Go to my website. Oh, Ken decided he hated his drink.
Oh my god, I spilled it everywhere. Too much Jurassic Park, and I'm gonna beat this again because that was fun. All right. Shoot the head. Who would make something yummy with beer? I was so excited when I saw that on the list. Cherry cheesecake beer.
Ken really likes weird stuff for some reason. Oh, take a drink.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. And if you guys aren't following, click the follow button. You'll get your internet points. You can make us drink. You can request a factoid. You can unlock emotes. Also, we love when our follow numbers go up. We're up to 837 followers. And so if you follow us...
How many people are here?
Right now, 24.
Halfway there.
Well, so the follower, you're going to get a notification when we go live. So it'll send you an email if you have notifications on. It'll also let you know who the guest is. So you won't get notified often because we only stream every couple weeks. But when we do, you'll get a notification. So yeah.
I follow.
Do you get notifications?
I do. I get going live notifications. Oh, thank you for the follow. Olamid 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 0.
That's awesome. That sounds like AI generated name. I hate when I run into dinosaur butts.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's just such a first world problem.
Dino droppings?
What
What is this one? Project Chrono is now following. Thanks for the follow.
Project Chrono, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, throw them in chat. We're happy to talk about graduate admissions, graduate school, life as a researcher, our experience in grad school, but it's been 15 years.
At FSU?
No, since we graduated.
Oh, 2009, yeah.
Yeah, mine was 2010, so almost 15 years.
Let's see. Moses is asking more questions. I love this. Keep asking me questions. Do I need a high level of Python expertise or experience to do well in computational? Or is it a learn as you go process? It depends on, well, there's two things. Number one, not all computational chemistry groups do programming. So if you want to do method development, programming is important. Having said that, my first graduate student, who is now a professor at University of Memphis, just got an NSF Career Award. He's very successful. He knew how to turn on the computer.
He knew how the mouse worked.
He knew how the mouse worked. He had a general understanding of how the mouse worked. But no, it's definitely something you can learn from your research advisor and the other group members. The huge bork. What is the ratio?
But to follow up on that, like Python programming is probably useful for anything, even if you're not computational.
That is true.
Like in terms of like making graphs, executing algorithms, like automating data processing, like Python is...
For data processing and figure making, yes.
I mean, especially in the world of more and more machine learning and AI and whatnot, Python is, yeah.
What if people are applying now, when would they enter the program?
It'd be fall 2025.
Spring 2026, I am scheduled to teach Python for chemists and biochemists.
So if you guys come to FSU next year, you will take the class with Eugene. But yeah, with that said, like, I can't emphasize this enough. As long as you're motivated and you're excited to work hard and learn, you will be fine in grad school no matter what you go into. Even if you have no computational programming background, just learn and dive in, make mistakes, but only make them once.
Are all of your students experts in photophysics, chemistry when they join your group?
I mean, man,
just say no.
Everyone's taken a UV Viz before, but I mean, rarely will you have a student that has a lot of experience. It just doesn't happen that often.
Yes.
With that said, sometimes people I know that worked with them, I get those students, but the ones that are successful, it's not because of their background, it's because of who they are and what their motivations are.
Okay, where do our students go? Academia, industry, government jobs?
I would say mostly industry. Lori might have a better answer on this. She might have actually seen the outcomes, but what do you think? 80% industry?
I can only really speak to my own group.
Yeah. Academia, we have some people going to academia. I'd say probably one per class. I mean, that's not true. Like people that go teaching faculty route or PUI, maybe 2 or 3 per incoming class end up in academia. Here we are, back at the Brontosauruses. Doing much better this round.
So I just told Lori in the chat, Daniel's coming in January for a seminar.
Oh, he's giving a talk. That's fun.
It's his tenure tour.
Holy crap. I mean, he's getting tenure.
Time flies. Oh, yeah.
Career
definitely.
plus papers, right?
And he has he has 2 grants now.
Oh, wow.
So he's golden.
He'll do fine.
Unless he's listening. Keep working hard.
If he's listening. Apply for grad school. That's crazy. He came in as a materials chemist.
That's right. He wanted to join an experimental group. This is the power of rotations.
Yeah.
They really matter.
Yeah. You might have an idea what you want to do, because there's a lot of bias in undergrad students, because like everyone's taking organic and they think they're organic until they don't take organic and take something else. So.
Organic was my favorite class as an undergraduate.
Me too. It transitioned me to chemistry.
For some reason, I really liked memorizing mechanisms. I have no idea why.
I mean, the elegance of like those drawings. But real organic chemistry is not like that. It's purification and
memorizing named reactions. People think that the computational chemistry talks are hard to follow because of all the acronyms, but I feel like we try really hard to be pedagogical. And then I go to an organic seminar, and it's just a list of named reactions, and I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't worry.
They all know now.
YouTube, literally dozens of viewers will see this. We can switch. Do you want to do some Jurassic Park?
I'm good. I want to see what kind of damage you have done to your finger.
No,
You're gonna look like...
And so this is why I could never be a professional video gamer, because I hold controllers way too tight. Like I'm squeezing this. My knuckles are going white for how hard I'm squeezing this button because I'm a moron.
You remember Willie from Simpsons?
Yes.
Space Invaders?
Yeah.
Figures or something?
Yep. That's exactly what I have. That's why I could never be a pro gamer. Doing this like 8 hours a day. Could you imagine?
These chairs are not cut out for it.
We're also old. Video games are a young person's game. Did he just spit on me? Is that what just happened?
Well, in the movie they sneeze. Maybe he sneezed on you.
All right, so it's true to the movie. I don't remember if that's in the book or not.
The sneeze?
Yeah. Seems like a detail that would be included. This is the final boss again. So I'm going to go back and watch this YouTube video, and I'm going to keep track of how much money I spend on these games.
Pro gamers might be the least happy professionals on the planet.
Ah, man, what a hard life. Like, it's so fickle and fleeting, and working at a call center would be an improvement. Oof. Yeah. With that said, there's something about being the best player in the world. I think most of them, I mean, if you're a...
Yeah, but that's one person.
Yeah. You're a popular streamer, that's a reasonably consistent career. With that said, if somebody goes on vacation for a week, they lose half their subscribers. Like, your paycheck gets cut in half in 1 week vacation. It's crazy. Woo!
Are we... Huge Bork. Bring in the real questions. Are you guys in the same vein of research that you thought you'd be in when you decided to go into graduate school?
For me, yes. I went to grad school wanting to do light-driven chemistry. So I ended up working for Mark Thompson at University of Southern California, working on OLED technology. With that said, I don't work anywhere near OLEDs now. I work mostly on molecular photophysics on surface, but it's all light matter interactions. So I'm not close to that anymore, but it's photons driving processes. You?
Yeah, for the most part. I went to graduate school to do electronic structure theory, and that's what I still do. But, like, from within that community, what I do now is pretty different than what I was trained in.
Yeah. And grads, like, in grad school, I was a synthetic chemist, and then as a postdoc, I was primarily a spectroscopist. And now I do both of those things. So, yeah, don't pigeonhole yourself in anything specific. Diversity.
Does FSU have anyone in plasmonics or nanomaterials?
Oh, yes, Jeff Strauss. So Jeff Strauss is looking at plasmonics, not in your traditional gold or silver, but he wants to do it in like metal oxides like indium tin oxide, which gives you unique plasmonics, plus it gives you like band gap transition, so you get all that behavior simultaneously. And so he looks at that for lighting, like light-emitting diodes, as well as potential catalysis and things like that. So yeah, plasmonics is up his alley. Man, what a crazy specific question that we had the right answer for.
Yes.
Of our 33 research active faculty, one does exactly that.
You should work for him.
And the other thing I'll plug is if you're interested in light chemistry, one of the reasons I accepted the job here is because we're so strong in it. Half our faculty do light-driven something or other, and we have pretty spectacular user facilities.
And a long history of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone was to get an offer for fall 2025, could they start the program early if they're already in Tallahassee?
Yes, you could. It doesn't mean you get paid for it. So you're talking about like summer before fall semester. If the PI has money and can support somebody doing research over the summer, you can get paid for it. We no longer offer fellowships from graduate admissions for summer research because it kind of turned out to be a circumventing rotations. So we make the PIs pay for it now.
The other thing to note is that you wouldn't, even if you did work for somebody over the summer, that that doesn't mean you're already like in the program. You're not getting any course credit during that time. So you'd still be starting at the same point as everyone else. Also, if you work for someone over the summer, there's no requirement for you to continue working for them.
Yeah, I've had at least 2 students work for me during the summer that decided to join other groups. And I'm not upset about that. Our goal, and I think Eugene agrees the same, is to find you the right home. Nobody wants to force you in a group that you hate that you're going to quit 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So that's why lab rotations are so important. The other plug I'll give for FSU on lab rotations is there are some programs that when you get admitted, you are an inorganic chemist. Like, that's what you're admitted as. You do rotations with inorganic chemists. You join an inorganic group. We don't do that. We dissolve those boundaries. When you come in, you are whatever you want. You do rotations with whoever you want, and you join whichever group you want, assuming that they have aligned interests with you. Because, yeah, your first student, you would have never got them if they had that model. So, yeah.
Yep. And I was in your boat this past summer. Someone worked for me this past summer who ended up joining a different group. It's all good. Yeah,
it's good if you find it out early, because nobody wants to be 3 years in realizing you hate your research. It's not a fun experience.
Or 15 years in? Just kidding.
I'm going to be a theorist. No.
Okay, so the question from Lori, who should know the answer to such questions, is summer research also available for international students, or is it visa dependent? I would think that they would, if they're probably not even allowed to volunteer if they don't have a work visa. I'm not sure.
Lori, you know the answer to that?
If they have a work visa, sure. I don't see why they couldn't.
I don't know why they'd have a work visa, though, because they couldn't even apply for a work visa.
It's a student visa.
Yeah,
right, so they wouldn't be a
visa.
student, so that... I don't know.
Oh my god, my hand.
Seems like no, though.
Oh, I'm getting crippled by the shooter game. I'm probably going to do Surgeon Simulator next. But it's 9 o'clock. We should do another prediction.
All right.
Which one?
Let's see. What's related to what we were just talking about? Well, let's take this one last question before doing that. Project Chrono, first time in chat.
Chrono, thank you for joining us. Click follow. We love numbers going up.
Click. Do it.
Smash that follow
We're not
button.
answering your question
Like
until you click follow.
You owe it.
Okay, Project Chrono is planning to take a year off for industry, and then we'll look for opportunities for graduate school in the future. Should I still apply this year or wait until the year after if I plan to attend? Any other advice on this process?
Man. So I actually have an undergrad thinking about doing this, taking a year off and doing industry for a year. One thing I will say about that, it's going to be very hard to go back from making money to not making that much money. I mean, you're going to cut your salary in half when you go from industry back to graduate school, typically. So that can be challenging. The other thing is, depending on the job, you might end up doing quality control for water samples from whatever. That might be boring as well. But with that said, I don't think it'll affect your admissions at all. I don't know. I don't think I've ever looked at that concern.
No, as long as if someone has graduated several years ago, as long as they're doing something useful and like to improve themselves or keep doing chemistry.
If you took a year off to surf, like maybe that'd be a red flag. Yeah. Nothing against surfing. That was just an example.
Joey Tony asks, how much do you think being on a publication helps in admissions?
But that is one of the most important things, because anyone can write on their CV, I did research on pyrene photophysics. Very few people can say, here's my paper on pyrene photophysics. Of the people that applied, domestic students, what do you think? 30% might be on a paper?
I don't know. It's been 4 years since I've been on the committee.
10% maybe at first author. Lori might know these numbers better than I do. But yeah, having a paper that's huge. That's why I got into grad school.
It's also not disqualifying to not have a paper.
Yeah, but that's one of those things like...
It is good.
It's more than a letter. It's a published example of your research experience. All right, we did it again.
Good job. How important is consistency in research topics between all the professors you apply for? If you're interested in synthetic photochemistry, but not all institutions have 3 or 4 faculty in that field. I mean, well, and thank you for the chat, Samach58. Do you want to answer that? I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters that much. I mean, with that said, we do get a little concerned when somebody's like, I want to work for Eugene DePrince and also cure cancer and also do like
sometimes though
chemistry.
It seems like those people may have misunderstood the form, because the form is confusing, because it says pick rank faculty 1 through 3, and then it says pick a research area.
Yeah.
And some people interpret that as they have to match. So I pick, okay, PChem, okay, inorganic. whatever.
Oh, there's the number from Lori. Coming with a BS, less than 10% on a paper, more than half presented a poster.
Thank you, Lori.
That's awesome. Yeah, but having that paper plus letter from your research advisor is important. All right. I don't know if I can do any more Area 51 or Jurassic Park. You should set up a prediction while I change games.
Okay. We should do a prediction on which prediction.
Which prediction?
Okay, we're doing a non-science one. For those of you who don't know, predictions are where you predict things and you can win standard internet points, internet units, which you can use to make Ken drink.
Speaking of which, Lori has redeemed Take a Drink.
Oh.
Eugene, cheers.
Cheers.
Lori, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the support, answering questions. It has been a pleasure. And Lori, this next one is for you because we are about to play some Surgeon Simulator. Did I make you play this game?
Yes, and we played it in front of your children, which I thought was kind of horrifying because there's like pulling eyeballs out, things like that.
Spoilers.
I didn't tell them it's in outer space. Spoiler again.
Oh man.
All right, Ken, are you going to be back in 2 minutes?
I
thought you were going to.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm moving stuff out
All
of the
right,
way.
so
Ooh, gotta follow.
outcome title must be less than 25 characters.
What? Outcome. Oh, it's the top option. Option 1. What the hell? I tested this. How many you got? Bleed 1?
Wow, that's...
How many is it?
I need... There. Is that good enough?
I mean, we can tell them. That's fun. You went with the Ken-related factoid.
Yes. Okay. Ready? You guys ready for your prediction? Here we go. Lori, could you tell us something about average GPA of applicants while we're doing this? After you make your prediction, of course. Okay. Prediction has started.
I gotta remember these controls.
This is about Ken and things that Ken used to be able to do.
You know what? I wasn't washed up and 42 years old.
Back when Ken was a young man, could he solve a Rubik's Cube in less than 30 seconds? Or could he dunk a basketball?
It's not both. It is only one of them. I'm gonna let this play out before we dive into
The Surgeon Simulator?
yeah. I have not played this in several months. Dunk a Rubik's Cube. Cuddle Puppy finds the loophole. Again, congratulations. I like it.
Is there a GPA average where you'd recommend taking some non-degree seeking graduate courses to garner a graduate GPA? I don't think that a non-degree seeking graduate GPA would help anything.
Yeah, if we see a low GPA, we typically look at what classes you took and where those GPA or where those grades came from. The phone ringing is from this game, so if you guys are panicked about a phone, I guess most kids don't have that sound ingrained in their brain. All right, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna begin operation. All right, you guys have about 30 seconds left to make a prediction about what you know about me based on my gameplay of Area 51 and how that relates to, dunking a basketball.
They should have solve a Rubik's Cube in Surgeon Simulator. That would be...
Oh, man. So those of you guys not familiar, this is controlled with a mouse and keyboard. In keyboard, you basically control all the fingers. So you can do thumbs and whatnot. And you have to pick this up and you have to perform surgery before all the blood disappears from their body. This is a non-trivial adventure in gameplay. So one mouse button moves me up and down. Then I use the keyboard to move things with my hand. Oh, God.
So Lori has provided some details on how we calculate the GPA in the chat.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not your total GPA, it's your upper division
Upper level,
GPA.
yeah. All right. So, I'm cutting his bone. So this surgery is to replace, I believe it's the heart on this one.
Well, you don't know what you're inserting to
I
do?
don't remember if this one's kidney or heart. I think it's heart.
It'll become clear when you pull the organ out of the box.
Lock the organ. Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is QWOP of surgery.
Wait, the speedrun doesn't use that tool. Don't they use like...
They use the hammer. I mean, sure, let's do it. Speed strat.
Oh, so much 58 thinks we should have a glove box simulator.
Oh man, so my kids did like Challenger Center had this astronaut camp whatever this last weekend. It was a couple hours of just stuff, and one of the exercises they did was to build like a Lego ship, but they had to do it while wearing like gardening gloves to simulate working in space, working with you know. Oh, that worked pretty well. Holy crap, I've never tried that before.
Speed strat.
That is a speed strat. Those of you faint of heart, I apologize. We probably should thought through our game choices before starting the stream, but...
Ken, is research on photochemical applications of porphyrins still going on in your lab?
We don't necessarily research porphyrins in particular, but we do chromophore-related photophysics. So if we find any interesting property of a chromophore or something we want, we don't care if it's a porphyrin or if it's other things. We just want to find interesting properties and do interesting things with it.
You put the lung on their face.
It's like a pillow. How am I not grabbing that? This game's so unrealistic.
Throw it. Throw it. Put it on the ground.
I'm going to cuddle up. The other side. Is that a hammer? Yes, that is a hammer. We are doing surgery here. This is what happens when you give chemists a license to perform surgery here. You are right.
Cuddle Puppy, you should go to graduate school at FSU.
Yeah.
Just for the laughs.
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to see the memes you pull out at a seminar. So I got to cut out the heart. Oh god, now it's bleeding a bunch.
That's what happens.
There it is. Like, it's not brain surgery. Oh, that's me stabbing the heart a whole bunch. Man, that hammer worked really well for getting the ribcage out.
Pro tip, everybody.
He uttered on stream. That cut? Yeah, that's cut. So I have to get these guys out of the way too.
Is that the stomach?
This is as close to pre-med as I'll get. Absolutely. I'm gonna drop the scalpel. Let's get some stuff out of the way.
Oh, the prediction ended, and I never said which is the correct outcome.
Oh, now you can do it.
Okay, so Ken used to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube or dunk a basketball. 80% of people, 79% chose dunk a basketball.
Wow, they are right. That is
the correct answer.
Most people don't believe this, given that I'm not athletic at this point at all. But I used to be an athlete in undergrad. I was on the track team and I was a high jumper. So yeah, I could not only dunk a basketball, but touch the top of the backboard. So yeah, congratulations. Anyone that said I was able to dunk a basketball.
And now he can barely get out of bed.
Yeah, my knees, not great. It is heart surgery, as far as I can tell.
Oh no. Huge Bork redeemed, take a drink before you put that heart in.
I can't. I gotta focus.
I'll do it.
And drop the heart.
Oh, it's terrible.
Do you regret agreeing to a special drink?
I knew that something terrible was going to happen.
It has to go. There we go.
Nice. Well done, Ken.
I got a D.
Take your drink.
D's get degrees, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. Who was that?
Huge Bork.
Huge Bork making us drink. Thank you for joining us. Cheers. Hopefully you have a drink in hand. Sure, Eugene teaches at 8 a.m. tomorrow, but that's fine. We're drinking tonight.
We're talking about the variation theorem. Very exciting.
What decade was this game created? I think it's only like 5 years old, something like that.
Timeless.
I think they were going for the the daytime talk show or daytime soap opera type music. It's my impression.
There's the no bake shake.
No Bake Shake. It's a limited release. I got one of the last 10 ones there, and Eugene's super happy that I did.
This is my happy face. Som NWA, welcome to the chat.
Thank you for joining us. Som D's get degrees.
Who's the Rainbow King? Do you know this person?
I do. That's a regular. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, there's the drink. All right, should we start the next surgery? I'm on to kidney transplant. Lori, I hope this is everything you wanted out of. So Molly Hermiller, who's a neurobiologist, she did brain surgery on this for the first time. she did her best. It was definitely a battle. Professor's gaming is so surreal. I mean,
we're people.
Yeah, I was going to say the average age of gamers at this point is somewhere on the like 35, 36.
We're older than that.
Yeah, but we grew up. I mean, we were, 5 years old when Nintendo came out?
Back when I was a kid.
So we were part of the gaming revolution, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're playing video games on stream. This is actually part of our job, believe it or not. This is science outreach. I get to pretend to be a surgeon doing some jank surgery. So
wait, I missed it. Midya redeemed request a factoid.
Oh man, another factoid. I already did my scientist definition. Computer's bleeding. Let's see, what do I have for another?
Ladies and gentlemen, he brought notes.
I did. You do these off the top here? Do a factoid. Go.
Did you know that you can represent symmetry products in an abelian group using the XOR bitwise operator?
All right, now do an interesting factoid.
Oh man, my first game system was an Atari. What is it, 2600?
Yeah.
And I had, I think, 37 games.
37? Holy crap.
Ranging from Pitfall to Frogger and everything in between.
That is amazing. All right. Sorry, factoid. I'll throw one on here. We already did scientist. Oh, vitamins. Do you know where the name vitamins comes from?
I don't.
So fun factoid, everyone. Vitamins is a truncation. Well, I don't know what that's called. It's vital amines. So all the early vitamins they isolated, they were amine-based molecules. And so they said they didn't know what they were, but they knew they were vital to existence. So they called them vital amines. And the nomenclature on them is kind of interesting because you have like B12 and B6 and whatever, D3 and all those. But there's a lot of number letter combinations missing. And the reason is people were discovering new vital amines and they were thinking they were something different. And it turned out they were different salts. And so like something that was B9 disappeared because it was the same as B6 or something like that. And so, yeah, we've narrowed it down, but we lost a bunch of vitamins that were named and then disappeared because they were the same as something else.
This was actually interesting. Thank you, Ken.
No problem. Now my patient is dying because I had to drop a knowledge bomb on the audience. All right, let's do this. Oh, this syringe makes you high, by the way. You seen that?
Do not use it.
I will not. I don't want to do surgery. Maybe I do. I don't. I've got nothing to lose here. I love that he has a calculator watch. Did you have a calculator watch?
I did not.
I did. I was so cool.
Look at you.
I was so cool.
Played video games and had a calculator watch.
Man.
Did you have a girlfriend too?
No, not until like high school. Did you have a girlfriend?
It's a sarcasm shirt. I have a problem with like human interactions and communication. No one can tell if I'm being serious.
Oh man,
It's just how I talk. Sorry.
it's underappreciated. We are all a bunch of mildly autistic introverts, and we just kind of fake it as we go.
These get degrees. Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. How did I get it stuck in a bone? Come on. All right. So we answered that. Another fun factoid. I can solve a Rubik's Cube, but the fastest I've ever done it is in about 45 seconds. So I've never done faster than 30 seconds.
That's crazy.
I like trained at that for a while. Whenever I was on the track bus, I was like solving a Rubik's Cube, because why not?
Man, calculator watch, solving Rubik's cubes.
Exactly. This guy.
He sounded cool. Welcome to the chat, Yesian445. When does review of applications start, and when are admissions given for the chemistry department?
It's December 1st is our deadline. So reviews will happen roughly a week after that, after finals week and when we have everything compiled. And then we will, send out our first batch of admissions. That'll be late December, like December 20th. And then I do not know where I'm supposed to cut this. There's like specific sites where you're supposed to get rid of the intestines. I apologize. But yeah, you should hear back from us sometime in December or January. If it's after that, your odds of getting accepted are much lower because we try to get all our admissions in before then. With that said, it's not impossible. We have made offers after that, depending on who accepts offers. But yeah, it can. Usually it's in December or January you'll hear from us. At least you'll hear a positive response from us. You see what I'm aiming for? That little thing right there? There's like a line. I think that's what you have to cut. But I could be wrong. Somebody played Surgeon Simulator before?
Shut your eyes and the chat will guide you.
Exactly. Let's do this. Crowd control Surgeon Simulator.
Samach58, I think you've made the right decision.
And yeah, hang out with us. Talk some science. Talk some graduate applications.
If you don't have grad application questions, you can ask science questions.
Yeah, we'll talk photochemistry, quantum chemistry, solar cells, quantum computing. I don't know what I'm doing on this surgery. Just grab this.
Try the hammer.
I don't think I have the hammer on this one, do I? I do.
Old, reliable hammer. I don't think that's helping.
It's getting stuff out of the way.
Which surgery is this?
It's kidneys.
Oh, you gotta get the intestines out of the way.
Ooh, Joey Tony has one for you.
When do you think quantum computing will become widespread?
Honest answer or diplomatic answer?
So there was just an experiment from the Google group recently that showed, do you remember this from Nick's talk? Mm-hmm. Nick Rubin from Google was at FSU a couple weeks ago. And anyway, there's this thing called a surface code, which is a way to encode a bunch of one logical qubit in a whole bunch of physical qubits. And this way the thing is tolerant to errors. And they showed that the errors decrease exponentially as you make the surface code bigger, like as you make an array of more of these physical qubits connected in a specific way. So I don't know, a while still, but it seems like there are some interesting, promising advancements.
But why? It depends on how you define widespread. Right?
That's also
they got to operate these computers at like 4 Kelvin, right, or something.
Yes.
Really cool.
Depends on the architecture.
You're not going to run that in your house, unless somebody comes up.
Or on your calculator watch.
How dare you? Yeah. But until somebody comes up with a room temperature superconductor, I think that's going to be a challenge. I just want to remove some intestines, ladies and gentlemen. That's all. That's my only goal tonight, is to cut this thing open. Remove some intestines. Is the cheesecake beer getting better or worse as you drink it?
Neither.
It's just inert.
It is what it is. Delightful.
Ah.
Gessian445 says thanks. Thanks, Ken. Is there an income tax?
Surgery.
An insight into this process. Is there an income tax in the state of Florida? No. Well, there's federal, but there's no state income tax.
Yeah, thank you, Disney. Tourism brings in a whole lot of dollars, and we don't necessarily need income tax. Am I just bad at this? Do
you want the honest answer or the diplomatic answer?
Let's go the honest one first.
Yes, you're bad.
I'm trying. I'm trying, though. There's a way to do
Yes,
this.
Cuddle Puppy, the federal income tax is higher everywhere, but it's still 0 is better than not 0. Cost of living is about, my understanding is it's about the national average.
Yeah, it's not too much. But yeah, if you guys are applying for grad school, take that into account when you're looking at the stipends. Because if you're going to go to, like, you know, downtown Los Angeles, you're going to get paid more than you will in Tallahassee, but cost of living is way more expensive. So do that calculator, what the salary difference is between the two and how that translates to cost of living.
As professors, how do we think that undergrads were affected by COVID in high school in terms of, say, a knowledge gap?
Oh, man. I don't know. Do you have strong opinions on that? Because here's one of the things I've grown cynical about is, I mean, we've been in this job for 10 years, and since the start, it's been like, students are getting worse. They can't do math. They can't do anything. And you hear it like it's getting worse every year, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe that.
My sample size isn't large enough to say anything.
I am bombing this surgery, but I did cut open the thing. So there's a cut down there, and I think there's one up here somewhere.
Well, let's see. Let's do some math. So COVID, if someone was in high school 2020, so they would just be coming to graduate school now.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out. Is it you, Joey Tony? Are you talking about yourself?
I think the ones we have to be more worried about is, like, if you were like K through 5 in that, and you're supposed to be learning how to read, and your reading development was delayed by 2 years, like that presumably has some long-term implications. I might be crazy on that.
So much 58 is a funny person.
Yeah. What'd they have to say?
They said, bold of you to think we can do basic arithmetic.
Man. Oh, look at that one. That was a clean cut.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to, what do you want me to change? I do edit stream info, is that what I changed?
Yeah, and then top one, change it to Surgeon Simulator. Because I mean,
for the next 30 seconds until you change it.
Yeah, people really want to know what we're playing because they show up to our stream for the gameplay. Does anyone know where I cut this thing? Somebody in chat, backseat game for me. I don't remember where I cut. Because I have to get the intestine out of there before I can get that thing underneath it out of there. Ah, just shred it.
Your loss rate's creeping up.
Yeah, I know. I'm raging. Should do some Benucci rage. Who's the first person to rage quit a game on stream? He was playing Madden.
Aaron.
Yeah, he was in the last like minutes of a game, and it was an interception on his phone. Oh, I cut it! Holy crap! Large intestine, here we come.
Nice. Put it on him like a mustache.
Like a mustache. Oh no. Bruh. Exactly.
What is the cup gonna do?
So I told my Gen Chem students about this stream. I'd be curious how their perception of me changes before and after watching me play Surgeon Simulator.
They're probably glad you're not a medical doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we didn't go to med school. With that said, fun factoid, I have dissected a human cadaver.
Oh, what was the context?
So I changed majors 4 times as an undergrad, and one of those majors was biomedical. So it was actually the goal was to go to physical therapy school. I ultimately changed to chemistry. This game is amazing.
That looks like a face hugger.
It's cozy. All right, then we got to get our syringe back.
Samach wants to know how was the transition to grad life? Like academics, but also work-life balance.
Oh man, I didn't have much work-life balance. You?
I think we had a work hard, play hard philosophy. So
Yeah, I think that's
we had a
universal.
really good cohort of students that were friends outside of the lab, and we would work hard all week and then have a lot of fun on the weekend.
Yeah. I did the same thing as a postdoc. It was like you guys work hard and then Friday night everyone goes out and hangs out and has fun.
Does FSU have a large chemistry department?
We are large according to the ACS definition. So ACS definition of large is 106 grad students. We are at 160. So on the spectrum of programs. With that said, our incoming class is 35 to 45 students. So not too overwhelming, but enough where you're going to have a cohort friendship group. And I think all the students I've had in my group, they have friends across the different research groups in the program.
SomSom NWA. The fun thing about this game is you don't have to put anything back.
That's true. Exactly. It's all about, oh, look at that grab. That's surgical. Hold that.
Wow.
Oh, I think I have to use the scissors.
Well, you don't have enough time for that. You've got like 20
It's
seconds.
fine. We're practicing next round.
Shaking.
Oh no. It's out of reach. Oh no. Give me that one. No. I'm not even holding it. How is it doing this?
Your finger's stuck in a hole.
I've tunneled, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys impressed? All right. Well, cheers to that one.
It's that quantum computer.
Goodbye.
If you want it
Faith
on your
Hugger.
watch. Poor person.
Oh, man. But yeah, large department. We have 160 total grad students, or that's
It's
what
170.
our target range roughly, with 33 research active fact. Oh, I dropped it.
Just in time.
To reveal a kidney. There we go.
2 of them.
We'll pet them.
Okay, well, now that we failed at this surgery,
We should do another prediction.
we should do another prediction. Okay.
While I do another surgery, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get a kidney transplant before I quit this game.
I think you should go for a sub 5-minute Mario, personally.
Oh, man, I have not played Mario in a long time, so I fell out of the top 500 in Mario.
That is sad.
But it's crazy how many have played in the last what's it been 5 years, maybe longer than that.
All right. Are you guys ready for another prediction? I need chat verification that you are. I'm going to have to wait 10 seconds for that, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to start a prediction. So, this one... Oh, shoot. I only gave 30 seconds.
Answer quick.
Okay, answer quick. How many Nobel laureates have passed through FSU? Greater than 5 or less than 5?
So either they won their Nobel Prize at FSU or were professors at FSU at some point after winning a Nobel Prize. God, where was that cut?
Wow. Okay, that was very fast. Sorry for clicking the wrong button. You guys are all like completely wrong.
Wow, look at that.
97% said less than 5, but the answer is actually more than 5.
Answer is 6. We've had 6 Nobel Prize winners. I listed the names there. I don't know all of them.
Dirac, Bloch, Mulliken, Schreifer, Buchanan, and Croto. Most recent one is Harry Croto, who died in what, 2016, 2017?
Yeah.
He moved here in early 2000s. The one I find interesting is Paul Dirac. He finished his career at FSU in the 80s, and then he was actually buried in Tallahassee. So whenever I have a Quantum-y visitor come, we go pay our respects at his grave. It's kind of fun. Have you ever been to his
I
grave?
have. It's like less
It's very
than a
close
mile
to your
from
house.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very close. Yeah. Electromagnetics. You know.
Well, congratulations to Earl Gerald. I can't remember what the number is. You've gotten 390 standard internet units for being like the one person who
What
picked
was
the
the
right
payout
answer.
on that? What was the ratio?
3% to 97%.
It says like a to 1, 39 to 1.
390 to 1.
Wow. That is a solid payout.
390 to 1. It's amazing.
Yeah, those are good odds. So yeah, way to go dark horse betting. Yeah, fun factoid, there's this, FSU calls it the Legacy Walk. They have all these different, like if you're going to walk campus, they have a suggested path for like visiting all the key things. There's a Nobel Laureates Walk where you see busts of all the, have you been over there?
Yes.
It's by psychology. But yeah, you guys can see busts of all the different Nobel Prize winners.
I heard that Harry Croto hated his. Like he hated the way it looked.
It makes sense, kind of. It's
Cuddle Puppy, you had 30 seconds.
Rowan's a critic. Wait, what's the complaint?
If people had more than 7 seconds to respond, the betting would have gone differently.
It's not wrong. How do I get rid of this kidney? There we go. Up.
Busy playing Guild Wars. What's Guild Wars?
It's a real-time strategy, right? Alternate turn. Cuddle Puppy streams now, actually. You can follow Cuddle Puppy on Twitch.
The stream is currently Cuddle Puppy interacting with our stream.
I like it. It's co-stream.
Stream in a stream. It's an Inception stream.
Let's do it. But yeah, graduate school related questions. Let's do it while
All right.
I'm genuinely invested in this surgery. I don't even need to move that kidney.
We're about halfway done. More questions, please.
Lori, is this surgery everything you wanted? God, don't drop them. Don't drop them.
Cuddle Puppy, I'm with you. I have streamed a grand total of maybe 7 times, and I am foolish and have done it all in a Linux box that just suddenly decided OBS didn't work anymore, so I'm not sure how to fix it other than rebuild the machine or get Windows.
Get Windows.
Wouldn't that be smart?
I mean, it just runs better on Windows, right? OBS does, at least. You want your terminal, though, right?
But I want to do programming stuff.
Yeah. Well, Linux. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Ugh. I can't grab it.
Try moving it with a scalpel.
I like the way you think. We don't have time for this. No. Stop.
It's so close.
And the watch. Left inside.
Oh, Earl Gerald 27 has redeemed a factoid.
Quest a factoid. Oh, man. Oh. How about this one? Fluorescein is a really cool molecule. We use it in our research sometime. Anytime you see a fluorescent green whatever in a movie or TV show, chances are the molecule's fluorescein. But there's some actual cool applications of this. If they want to track like waste management or leakage in pipes, they'll actually throw fluorescein into the pipe and track the fluorescent green that comes off of it.
I was recently in Telluride, Colorado, and at the base of this waterfall where a lot of the hikes start, there's an active mine, and there's some wastewater outside of it that is bright green.
And that is exactly what it was, fluorescein. And it's non-toxic. It looks like it's scary, like it's radium or something, but it's literally just because it's so bright and vibrant, it'll fluoresce under room temperature lighting.
When I saw that, I had literally seen on the... I hate using the word literally. It was literally the day before seeing something on Reddit about someone who had a cup of water from an active mine that was bright green. And so I knew what it was. Now I have confirmation.
That's awesome. I think that's what they used to use, Chicago River. That's the one they die on St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be fluorescein, but it isn't anymore. I don't know what they use now. It's proprietary.
Lori, Telluride is there's theoretical chemistry workshops there every summer. So I've gotten to go a bunch of times. It's really wonderful. I love it there. I've never been to Ouray. Ray.
Oh my god. Just need to get this cut down there. This might be easier if I was like left-handed or right-handed. Guess my characters. Come on. Lori, is this everything you hoped it would be?
She said she's enjoying it.
Oh man, I might have to give up on this one and go to brain surgery because I am struggling to get the intestines out. It's really a first world problem.
I'll be back in a moment.
All right, sounds good. But yeah, I'll watch chat because I'm clearly not beating this round. So if you guys have questions, throw them in chat right now. I will see them and answer them as I'm trying to do surgery here. I clearly need to lose the calculator watch. If I could just get this intestine out quicker, then I'd be fine. Curious if any of my Gen Chem students are here right now. Well, there we go. We got to follow. Who is that? Sorry, I can't see. Gyson, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining us. Ask a Scientist Gaming, Mediocre Gameplay, Expert Science. Tonight we're talking about graduate school emissions while playing some Surgeon Simulator. We just got done playing some first-person, not first-person shooters, actual shooters with a light gun. So, yeah. There we go. Midja, a student from my class. Currently working on clicker question and struggling. I am sorry you're struggling. Office hours, go to recitation tomorrow. We have a test on Friday. It's on equilibria. We're talking acid-base chemistry plus some other equilibria, multiple equilibria acid impacting solubility, KF, KDs. Fun stuff. I like the end of Gen Chem 2. You've never taught Gen Chem 2, have you?
I taught Gen Chem 1 once.
Yeah. No, Gen Chem, I mean, student, you guys, Midya and Narwhal, you guys can comment. I think Gen Chem 2 topically is way better than Gen Chem.
Gen Chem 1 is kind of boring, right? What is a mole?
Which is important. It's a foundation that you need. All right, last try on the kidney surgery. I might give up on that.
I got a prediction for you.
All right, do it.
Well, can I just ask it?
No, you can do the prediction.
Let me phrase this correct. Okay. Okay.
Man, my students are struggling studying for class, and I'm sitting here playing Surgeon Simulator. Feels bad, man. I am that guy. With that said, I did my work earlier this week, compiling the first draft of questions, so yeah, tomorrow I'll finalize a whole bunch of things. Careful, too many characters on the first one.
I know. That's why the second one I got rid of the. Okay. You guys ready for a prediction? Okay, this is a Gen Chem 1 question.
All right, let's do it.
What is the mass of a mole of moles? Is it greater than 1/2 the mass of the moon or less than 1/2 the mass of the moon?
That is an awesome prediction. Would also be a suitable factoid, because that is fun.
Internet points are on the line, so I really hope that I remember the correct answer.
Somebody going to double check you in real time?
It depends on the type of mole, I'm sure. Yeah. By mole, I mean the small...
American mole?
Yeah, exactly, or European. Mole? I think the European ones are slightly smaller.
I think your order of magnitude estimate is going to be suitable on this one.
Okay, let's see. Catching up in the chat. Earl Carroll 27 worked with fungal fluorescent natural products.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
Blue fluorescence when irradiated under UV light.
Yeah.
But transition to green after the application of acid.
Ah, pronation state. That is a pH indicator. Gen Chem students, you heard it here. This stuff is useful at some point.
There we go. The rest of the question was, what do you think it is? So you think it's
Well, the color change?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pH.
pH.
Yeah, it's pronation state on some kind of fluorescein, carboxylate versus ring closed. Spoilers, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, all those pH indicators, they're just structural changes that give you a different colored species. Phenanthralenes. Fluoresceins.
Gavin NW from maybe Ohio University.
Oh, that's fun.
First time chat.
Awesome.
What are
Thank you
the
for joining
average?
us.
Thank you for joining us. You should smash that follow button. What are the average research group sizes at FSU, and how does this affect how involved the PI gets to be with their graduate students? Excellent question.
Man, we just did this analysis. I think our average group size is 4 or 5 grad students. With that said, it ranges between 1 and I think our highest right now is 11 grad students. But the PI interaction rarely has anything to do with the group size. I mean, if it's less than 10 students, a PI can interact with their students or not. It depends how hands-on they are with research. So how hands-on are you?
It depends on the specific week and if I'm in town.
Yeah.
And I think probably a stronger correlation would be found in time in the career of the professor.
Yeah.
So a brand new assistant professor is going to be in the lab with you.
A lot more, yeah.
A lot more.
Also, it depends on the management style, and it also should depend on the student. Like, there are some students that you can just be hands-off on, and they'll just go. Other ones you need to interact with, and it's not negative or positive either way. It's just kind of like, that's the way they are, that's the way they need to interact. All right, there we go.
Okay, let's see the results of the prediction. Almost everyone chose greater than half the mass of the moon. What do you think the answer should be, Ken?
I do not know.
If
I'm gonna say greater.
If I remember correctly, it's actually about a quarter of the mass of the moon.
Did anyone get that payout?
One person, no, how many people? One person
What's
got
the payout?
190 to 1.
Oh, man. Who is that? Scroll over there.
Earl Gerald again.
Dark horse betting. Holy
That's
cow.
amazing.
Earl,
You
way to
should
go.
definitely apply to our graduate program.
Because graduate school is like these questions.
Exactly.
Exactly. Man, I'm not losing a lot of blood right now. It's a solid run if I can grab a scissors.
So, you know XKCD, the comic?
Yep. Yeah.
Dude has a couple of books called What If. It started from a blog, What If blog. This was one of the questions in the What If blog. What would happen if you had a mole with moles? And it talks about how it would form like a molten gelatinous mole moon.
What?
It would collapse under its own gravity.
But that's a density issue, though, right? It's not just mass.
Yeah, I don't know how it works,
You
Ken.
need to be realistic on this.
Anyway, the one time I taught Gen Chem, I tried to bring in a few of these fun thought exercises.
Yeah. Students find it fun?
I don't.
Students in chat,
I
is
found
that
it fun. Is it fun? Am I fun?
Yeah. Am I fun? I need validation, people. Oh, you don't like the cheesecake beer. You're clearly not fun.
I drank the whole thing.
Oh, man. You want another one?
No.
Or do you want another beer, not necessarily the cheesecake related one?
When we hit the 2-hour mark, I'll have it.
All right. Sounds good. I think I need to use the scissors on this, and I've completely screwed up because I lost the scissors off the table. Oh, no, I don't. Look at that.
It's great, Ken.
It is. Ha! Get out of there. All right. We got this. We got this. Sure, we're losing blood. Earl is redeemed. Take a drink. Here.
Oh,
pause.
I don't have one, though.
Yeah, I'll get you. You sure you don't want cheesecake?
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you, though.
It's so sweet. It is hard.
It's not good. I'm not a big fan of sour beers anyway.
Yeah. No, I knew that, but I had to. It was cheesecake related. Eugene, cheers. Who is it? Earl, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your outstanding answer to our predictions. We really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Your questions have been great. If you guys have more questions about grad school, admissions, application process, whatever it might be, we're happy to answer them while playing some more Surgeon Simulator. We'll even take Gen Chem questions like how many moles, what's the mass of a mole of moles? Did you do this calculation or you stole it from the book?
I did the calculation.
You like looked up the average
Yeah,
mass
I think
of a
the
mole?
mass of a mole, it's like 30 grams or something like that.
Huh.
Someone in the chat could do this math. I wonder if ChatGPT would be able to answer it.
Do it. Actually, I'm not logged in, so you're... yeah, use that one. What does it let you use now? It's 3.5 is open?
I have no idea. I have free chat GPT.
Oh, through
Let's see.
Google?
What is the mass of a mole of... Okay, ChatGPT thinks a mole is 60 grams, so that's pretty close.
I mean, that's double. That's still not gonna... I guess it's half versus quarter. Oh my god. Midya, yes, it does actually taste like cheesecake. It tastes like cherry cheesecake. And I gave it to my wife without telling her what it was, and she's like, that sounds familiar. And when I told her it was actually cheesecake, she was like, yes.
According to ChatGPT, they come up with that it's nearly half the mass of the moon.
About half the mass of the
So
moon.
we have support from a machine. The prediction was answered correctly.
Does it show the actual numbers, though? Yeah,
Yes.
it does the conversion.
The mass of the moon is 7 times 10 to the 25
All
grams.
you're teaching students is they can pass Gen Chem, GPT.
Yes, you can. Just kidding.
I need to cut this thing out, and I don't know how to do it. Failing so miserably, ladies and gentlemen. Guess I'll have to settle for brain surgery. Oh, look at that. Magical.
I think that's pretty cool.
I hope you guys are having fun, because we are hanging out, drinking, talking graduate school admissions, so on and so forth. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, throw them in chat. And what are our normal questions? What do we usually get asked? Visitation weekend, if you guys don't know, we pay for people to come out and visit our school and visit Tallahassee and hang out with us for the day.
In winter.
In winter.
So
Yeah.
you get to leave whatever horrible climate you live in and come to Florida for a few days. It's pretty great.
Exactly. And concerns about hurricanes, I don't know. We've not been directly hit by a hurricane yet, right?
Well, I mean, they come pretty close.
They do.
Now, okay, we should do another prediction. What's the size of the eye wall on a hurricane? Do you know the answer to this?
I do not.
It's very small. It's like 10 or 20 miles. I didn't realize it was that small.
Earl, unfortunately, does not apply to international students, only students within the U.S. And that's just, I mean, cost of flights. We can't cover all the international students to visit. So yeah, we apologize. That is only domestic students do we pay for them to come out and visit. With that said, if you want to pay your own way, we can set up a visit. Or Lori's done this several times for students. But yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just, it gets expensive.
So Midja has said thank you, MagLab, for the hurricanes.
Midges in my class. I ranted against this in class. I'm sorry.
This is funny. This is a thing in Tallahassee that people think the MagLab keeps bad weather away. And there was a Reddit post recently about why people think this is the case. Did you see this one?
Why is it?
Apparently, well, one reason could be, other than it definitely is, that the radar is at the airport, which is near the MagLab, and on the
it's an eye. It's eye.
it's close to the center of the radar where you don't see the station. So it looks like there's no rain.
That is interesting. I did not realize that or know that.
Samach58 wants to know if we know Professor Kudich.
We do know Professor Kudich. We know him very well, actually. He's one of our more recent hires. He's a spectroscopist doing ligand to metal charge transfer redox chemistry. So he does really fast measurements, but he wants to understand how chemical reactions with simple molecules can be facilitated via light excitation, which is really cool stuff. Brian's awesome. You should come work for Brian.
Looking for graduate students.
Yeah, no, he's definitely looking. He is excited, and he is very hands-on. He's interactive, not because he's imposing, but because he's genuinely passionate about the science, and he's excited to share that with students. And also, he needs to get results. Like, he has to work hard, and he wants students that are going to do the same. So, if you guys are interested, Brian's definitely taking students. How did that not cut them? This game's so unrealistic.
Is it the same level?
I am playing the same level. I have a vendetta at this
I think there's going to be a measurable drop in the number of applications we get this year because of this stream.
I've offended so many people that they've given up on grad school at FSU. Yeah, it's mind-blowing to me that, like, we're really not that old on the spectrum of old, but they're like, you play video games? Like, yeah, we play old video games, but we do play video games.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there'll be another RU this summer, right?
Yes.
I think we still have funding for it. So, yeah, definitely apply. But apply to grad school, especially if you want to do photochem. We definitely have something that fits your needs.
Now, Lori wants to know why the organs end up in his head, and I want to know where else would you put them?
Yeah, Lori, that's really more on you than us. But I just do it because it's easiest to throw it up instead of down, because you can see where it lands. I don't have to put it on his head.
Try throwing it somewhere else.
Like where? Where would you throw it?
To the left. Nice. I should have had you throw it towards the needle and see if you'd stab yourself with the needle. Bye so much, 58.
Thank
you are
you
welcome.
for joining.
Thanks for coming.
Man, what time is it in Ghana right now? Those of us joining
10
us,
o'clock plus some numbers. I'm guessing 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Oh, it's
7 or 8?
early.
I don't know.
It's like at least 6 or 7 hours ahead, right?
Yes.
Why can I not grab that scissors? All right, move those out of the way.
Did you know that China is one time zone?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is insane to me. 3 a.m. in Ghana. So what's that? 5 hours. Okay. We were close.
Makes sense. There we go. I'm trying, Eugene. I'm trying. I'm going to save this patient.
What experiences or achievements make a grad school application stand out the most?
Most obvious one is research experience. Something chemistry lab related is preferred, but not necessary. But yeah, it's one of those things. If a student is only taking chemistry classes, it's kind of hard to predict whether they're going to like grad school or not, because like research is very different than coursework, right? So if somebody has experience in lab, we know they're motivated, they know what it's like. I gotta cut this out somehow.
They like getting their hands dirty, like what you're doing?
Exactly. See, my blood loss is good right now.
I like the one finger up. That's good.
Ah! This is causing too much blood loss, but I need to move that rib cage out of the way.
So yeah, the only thing I would add, which I mumbled while Ken was answering, is
Sorry.
a publication looks excellent.
Yep.
But it's not necessary, but it looks excellent.
And also a letter from your research advisor. If you've done research and you don't have a letter from a research advisor, that is discussed as a red flag. Because like, if you worked for them, why don't you want a letter from them? So you definitely want to include that letter.
Or if there's a reason like you think they would give an unfair letter, you should probably address that in your statement of purpose.
Yeah.
And if you have any concerns about any things that you perceive as being detriments to your application, you can address all of that in your personal statement.
Yeah,
And
things
we
like,
read them.
I had a crappy semester because my grandma died is a perfectly legitimate reason to have a crappy semester, right? So you want to say that. But you want to be clear that, yeah, this was bad, but I did X, Y, and Z to fix it subsequent semesters or whatever it might be. Ow. I just want to grab a kidney. That's all I want right now. Look at how clear this is, you guys. He's not coming back from this surgery, but we can still put him back in there. It's disconnected, right? Did I not cut it out? Where's my
Ken, you've got, again, 20 seconds
Ooh,
left.
spoon. I just need to move this so I can grab it, because I can't grab it right now. It's disconnected. It just... There we go.
Also,
Moved.
rolled right back.
It's accessible. Ah! Ah! I feel so dejected right now. Devastated by the loss of this patient. Oh, I got it! Go forward. Come on! Go up! No!
Ken, I don't... Just give up.
No, I got this. Boop. Boop.
So close. So close.
Oh, I did it. I saved him. No. Murdered.
Surgery failed. Where's the... I don't see where the number of participants is. Where is it on this screen?
It's on the Twitch. Go up to that one at the top. So 18 viewers, 841 followers, 3 subscriptions.
Nice.
Eugene, do you subscribe to the stream?
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You're Amazon
Wait.
Prime?
No.
No, you're a follower.
I follow you.
Yeah.
No,
Do you have Amazon Prime? You guys have Amazon Prime. You have 1 free subscription to a Twitch stream of your choosing, which means Jeff Bezos writes me a check directly for $2.
I'm sure he does.
Might as well. All right. This one for real, last try. Getting reason.
Is there some way to redeem points to make you play a different game? Is there a thing?
If chat really wants me to play a different game, I will. You, though, I don't care.
I'll watch this all day.
You're learning so much about surgery. Oh, but anyway, yeah, my dissection of cadavers was while I was a pre-med student, and I took an anatomy class, and they had this like summer opportunity to prepare the next cadaver for the anatomy class. So I got to be part of that exercise.
What goes into preparing a cadaver?
It's basically you're opening up the insides or opening up certain muscles and cleaning them off and making sure it's like visibly you can see certain important tissues or muscles or ligaments or whatever it might be. What's interesting is before you do those surgeries, you have to sign a non-disclosure that if you see any identifiable characteristics of a cadaver, you can't say anything about it. So like if you see a tattoo or anything like that, yeah, you can't discuss it or name it or anything like that.
And if you do, right to jail.
I don't know what the consequences are. But it's one of those like respect for the donation of the organs and whatnot. For the body.
Lori wants to know if we're playing NARC, if you are playing NARC too.
Yeah, we'll play NARC tonight. Lori, I haven't played for like a year. It's been bad. The only time I play is when I'm jumping in for somebody else to get Mr. Big's head off. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to do it Infinite Lives.
It's a good name.
That's, yeah, there was this popular YouTube video of a host or whatever for a news show was announcing a story about a pig that had visited a school. The pig's name was Crispy Bacon. And the guy just lost it. It's amazing.
Also a good name. Have you thought about making a clever name for your group?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Anthem Research Group
a pun
is not...
no, that's not clever. A pun related to photophysics.
Oh, what is Justin's? His is like
The
Kenemers or something?
Kenemers, like polymers.
Like polymers, yeah. You and I are not clever enough to come up with that. Unless you have one. Do you have one?
Prince group.
And I haven't even updated my website.
Everybody should check out my website. It's brand new.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's pretty. It really is. Like you guys updated. Midya, look at that, Mr. Big. That's awesome. Use them emotes. Grack puns every meeting.
The graduate recruiting and admissions committee chair between Ken and me was Justin Kennemer.
Yes. He really liked naming things. The fellowship, the Spear Fellowship. I think that was him. Oh, come on.
But you don't do that anymore?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to survive, man. All right. Kidneys are disconnected. Just need like a shovel.
Oh, a kidney shovel.
No, kidney shovels. See, this is what blows my mind. Like, if you're right-handed or left-handed, there's a difference in access to these things, right?
In real life.
Well, at least in this game. See that? Because I can't get the thumb around it, so I can't grab this one as much as I did the other one. So what is one supposed to do with that?
Spoon.
Hammer?
Hammer. I don't think the hammer.
This thing. Any surgeons in the chat? Does anyone know what this is actually for?
It's a Q-tip.
Is it a saw blade? Is that what I'm seeing? So I just jab. Look at the blood loss while I'm just mutilating this thing. How do I get it out of there?
Spoon.
Oh no. Oh no. God. So everyone in chat is super invested in me beating this.
Yes.
Point.
All right. Well, since there's a lull, let's ask there's been a lot of questions about GPA. What's good GPA? What's an acceptable GPA? Ken, how many graduate schools did you get into?
I got into 4 of the 8 I applied for.
Okay. With what kind of GPA did you do? Did you do that? Let's find out. So this next prediction is going to be about Ken's GPA as an undergraduate.
Yeah, what have you guys learned from my surgeon simulator prowess that tells you about my undergraduate GPA?
Okay, so here's the prediction. 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. What was Ken's undergraduate GPA? Was it greater than 3.3 or less than 3.3?
I just cannot grab this with my left hand. Does somebody have advice in chat? I'm furious.
This is
just the worst. Would you say the spoon? That's the answer?
only 2 people have voted. Please vote.
That spoon is shiny. Look at that. It's like glowing.
Yeah, it's a medical spoon.
On the plus side, the spoon does not cause a lot of blood loss.
Ken, we're bleeding viewers, man.
We are, because I can't beat this son of a bitch. Sorry, sensitive ears. Oh my god. Man, if you guys haven't seen the speed run on this game, it is absolutely breathtaking. It is amazing how fast they are beating this. But you know who's not? Me. I don't think I even have to get the kidney out of there. I just have to get it out of the way.
Oh, that makes sense. From a medical point of view.
Exactly. Oh, that one let me grab it. Interesting.
Oh man, Lori went back and checked her email to see what fun things Justin had said. Oh, thanks for the follow. I can't read it. Soup time. Lori went back to the emails to see that Justin had Return of the Grek, Big Grek Attack, Yakety Grack, Don't Talk Back, Grack and Cheese, One Man Wolf Grax, Grek Beth, and Grackintosh.
I concede the pun Grack related nomenclature to Justin. Oh my god.
Is there a directionality to the kidneys?
I don't think
There's
so.
one left
I think it
and one
doesn't
right?
matter which one goes where.
You're giving up?
Soup time. Hi, just found you. This looks interesting. Yeah. the Ask a Scientist Gaming, mediocre gameplay, expert science. Tonight we have a special stream. Usually we talk science and the expertise of the guests, but tonight we are talking about graduate school admissions and applying for graduate school and choosing groups in graduate school. Yeah, but if you have any questions, we are also happy to talk about photochemistry or quantum chemistry. That's our expertise. I'm Dr. Ken Hanson. This is Dr. Eugene DePrince. We are shooting the shit while playing Surgeon Simulator and drinking some cheesecake flavored beer.
I would also like to point out that this is particularly mediocre gameplay, even for the standards of this stream. I'm never invited back.
I know you can come back, but we gotta do brain surgery. I think
Okay.
I think it's time.
All right, I think the prediction is closed. So the question was, what was Ken's undergraduate GPA? And the answer, I believe, is that it was less than 3.3.
Which,
so the payout here was 960 to 3 to those who chose the correct answer.
wow. Most people said less than 3.3. So my Surgeon Simulator prowess did give them a hint. But yeah, I was not necessarily a good student. I was all about sports, and I was captain of the track team.
Yeah, I read that payout wrong. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 3.2.
Now I'm about to sneeze. Narwhal Ball redeemed a request a factoid.
Oh, man. I don't know if I have any more factoids.
What's the mass of 2 moles of moles?
That's ChatGPT.
It's gonna get it wrong.
So this one is brain surgery. So what I have to do is remove the brain and then replace that with the brain that's in the jar right there. What's awesome
which is how brain surgery works.
What's awesome is Molly Hermiller. She's a neurobiologist. She dedicated 5 minutes of the stream to taking that brain out of the jar and explaining to people parts of the brain with that model by pointing at it with fingers. So
nice.
Yeah.
Lori has a good suggestion for a factoid. How did this stream start?
Oh man. So I've been video gaming my entire life. Like, this has been a key part of my life. And in undergrad, I played like Halo and was really addicted to that, playing in the dorms and whatnot. And so video games has always been part of my life. Also, science or outreach has been a part of my life. And so this seems like a natural convergence of the two, but it didn't happen until, when did we start? It was 2020, I think our first streams were. And it was because I had run an in-person Ask a Scientist stream. And in that, we'd invite, 5 scientists to show up at Railroad Square Park and drink alcohol and play or talk to whoever walks by and ask questions.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to pull the brain out, but I have not sufficiently removed the skull.
Okay, yeah. So you had the in-person Ask a Scientist in Railroad Square.
Yep.
Then the pandemic happened.
Yep. And this was actually in motion before the pandemic happened, and it just conveniently worked out that I could teach classes with the streaming setup. But yeah, this is something I thought about. The main thing that inspired this was I watched a lot of Mario Maker on stream. And what's interesting is the best gamers are not the one that's get viewers, it's the most interesting people. And I was like, oh, scientists are interesting people. At least I think they're interesting. So let's do some mediocre gameplay with some expert science. And that's how the stream started. And we're 92 streams in, streaming roughly every 2 weeks. Oh, there we go.
Can you just swat it out of the way?
No, I gotta remove it from the brainstem.
You have to cut it, or can you just rip it off?
No, I have to cut it. So I have to get it out of the way, and then I gotta get a scapula.
So Gavin W. Ohio U. What just happened? It's already over?
Yeah.
Oh, it turns out you bleed a lot when your brain is out of your head. Soup time. You've gotten the point of it.
3-body problem. Really fun. Brain surgery. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
We finished the first season. The only season, as far as I know.
Oh, brain surgery, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like... Is it not renewed for...
I think it is renewed for second and third.
Because it looks like it ended, like, I don't know, 1 chapter into the second book or something.
Is that what it is? I didn't even look. Oh, screw that. I'm getting the hammer.
It was...
Restart. Speed strat.
Barely beyond the end of the first book, I believe. Okay, anyway, the next question from Gavin is... if they're interested in organic and organic biochemistry, not being a biochemistry undergraduate, does that restrict them from joining a biochemistry lab once they're in the program?
At FSU, it does not. Certain programs it would. I don't. Chicago, what did they restrict who you could work for?
No, but you had that was a place where you had to register for the right courses for the group you were joining. But that's not the case at FSU.
Yeah, if you're admitted to the program, you can join any group you want, do rotations with any group you want, take any classes you want, unrestricted at FSU. See this hammer prowess I got going on here?
So yeah, the rotation process is what lets you explore things that might be out of...
Yeah, and ask that any program you apply to or any program you get admitted to, ask what the rotations process is. Because some of them will pigeonhole you into a particular... Uh-oh. I broke his mounts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This isn't good.
Sorry, any viewers that are faint of heart, I'm not good at surgery.
I think that's been clear for a while.
I feel particularly bad about Bouncy Brain over here.
This is... anybody who's curious should look up the speed run that includes the eye surgery.
Oh my god. It is amazing. I'm jealous of that speed run. Should I commit to that? That's my next. Alright, what do you think? That's exposed enough?
Yeah. Oh! Oh, it's still connected.
It is, but how did I can't even see the stem inside the brain.
Oh, it's backwards way. It's behind his head.
It is, but what the heck? Oh, it's gone.
But how do you connect the brain to the
You don't
missing
connect,
brain
you just
stem?
put it in the hole. This is how real brain surgery works. Sure. All right, we got this.
What is the blue sparkly light?
That's water.
Oh. So it does. So the brain doesn't dry out.
Exactly. You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Hey, you got a C.
C's get degrees, ladies and gentlemen.
That's pretty good. Celebrate.
Oh, man. Fondle the brain while doing surgery. Yes. What are we're at 10:21. Holy crap. Should I do, should we switch to NARC?
Sure.
I can do several speed runs of NARC.
Do one Mario.
I should do one eye surgery. Is that not the best surgery?
It is one of the surgeries, yes.
This is very clearly one of the surgeries. Man, I don't remember how to do this. I looked all these up on YouTube when I was actually beating it to unlock it for Molly.
Please don't do this one.
Why?
It's a little rough. You can't just take the goggles off with your hands.
No, you gotta cut them off. And then I have to open the eyes? I don't remember. What do I have to do? Oh, the eyes are open.
That's great news. Do you have to replace both of them?
Yep.
I'm gonna throw up.
If you guys have questions about grad school, we are doing this as part of our outreach endeavor. There we go.
Do I have a favorite Pokemon?
Oh man, that's one of my Gen Chem students probably. They've asked me this before and I don't. Did you get into Pokemon?
No, but I do have a question for you, Ken.
Yes.
How do you get Pikachu to get on the school bus?
Oh god. What is a terrible dad joke pun that I could invoke right now?
You poke him on. It's pretty good.
I don't know. Midya, if you think I had a favorite, what would you say it is? What would be my favorite Pokemon? Oh, there we go. So eyeballs are out now.
That's out?
Yep.
How do you figure?
You see they're like bulging out? But you have to like... Ready? So you have to hit him like in the back of the head so they actually fly out. So anyone that's done this before, let me know. Doesn't seem board certified. I don't know. Could be. Because like his eyes pop out and then you see the optic nerve exposed. There it is.
Oh, there you go. That's great.
Like,
You got to get both of them.
Yeah, you got to get both of them. You all right, Eugene?
Like, I'm uncomfortable for the viewers. Oh, there they go. You did it.
What? They come in here for mediocre gameplay.
This is actually pretty good gameplay.
Yeah, this one's not bad. The surgery's going reasonably well. Surgical,
Now
if
you're,
you will.
now you're being careful.
You gotta cut the nerve without...
Okay.
There we go. I got rid of one.
Lori, you should see the speed run for this one. It is insane.
Yeah, I'll look up the YouTube video.
It's much more graphic than this. Believe it or not.
Oh, no. Retinal surgery. No joke.
I don't think it was like this.
I hope not. He's losing a lot of blood here. Ugh. There we go. All right. Now, the key is...
Don't drop them on the
Don't drop
ground.
the eyeballs.
It's just in a box labeled eyeballs. That's fantastic.
As one does. All right.
Oh, so you could drop the eyeballs. There's a lot of them to choose from.
Yep.
Can you put the 8-ball in?
I don't know. I've never tried. I'm going to suggest that might not work. All right. Let's get these fingers. I just want to grab it. 8-ball.
Okay. I'll set up another prediction while we're...
Yeah. Waiting for me to pop some eyeballs in.
So, one of the nice things about FSU is we have these great visiting weekends for accepted domestic students. And they're quite popular. Pretty successful. So this next prediction is about how many students end up coming to FSU who attend the visiting weekends. And the choices are, here it comes. What percentage of students accept an FSU offer after attending the visiting weekend? Is it less than 40% or greater than 40%?
I just want to get one eyeball in. I'll consider this a victory if I get one eyeball in.
You have to pick it up first.
I do have to pick it up first. What is this? Is
I
that eyeballs?
think it's an empty soda bottle. Yes, Lori.
Is that more eyeballs?
Midja says, I think you'd like Stunfisk.
Stunfisk.
Oh, this is still a Pokemon question.
Yeah. Oh, got an eyeball. This is literally how you do it.
Do you have to let go of it, or will it just go in?
No, I think it just pops in when you get it right.
This is so uncomfortable.
Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Get in his eye. How do I do this? Get inside.
No, Lori, Cyclops has at least one eye.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy is nothing.
This guy's 0 right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it in.
Okay, you got time for the other. Hurry. All right, we have an actual question from a first-time chat. Welcome, VizCham123. Their undergraduate degree is in medical laboratory science with a GPA of about 3.0 out of 4, which is below typical. Okay, 2.9. However, I went to complete an MS. Ooh, okay, this is a good question. So the GPA for the undergraduate is low, 2.9, but the MS degree in biochemistry is 3.95 out of 4.
Nice.
Which does demonstrate your ability to succeed. Good job. What would we think about that if they applied? Would there be a good opportunity to join the program with that combination of GPAs?
Lori can correct me if I'm wrong, but according to the university, we care more about the master's GPA if you have it, right?
I don't know that
one's above.
I don't know that it's care more, but you can count that one.
Yeah, it supersedes.
So one thing that wasn't addressed earlier about lowish GPAs is anytime a student is admitted with a GPA less than 3.0, Ken has to write a letter to someone in the university justifying it. So anytime a letter such as that doesn't have to be written is a good thing. And this would be a situation where it's not a requirement.
All right, so we're gonna go. I mean, it's 10:30. We should probably dive in. One Mario run.
It's just, you're in charge. Ken's reaching over me, if you can't tell by me leaning back.
Mario. Is this what happens to those donated body parts? As far as we know, I can't argue otherwise. All right, it's time for some classic Mario, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna do it.
Ken, how'd you get into what? What am I supposed to do?
Prediction.
Oh yeah.
All right, are you ready for this? Should we? I think I have infinite lives, so I'm just gonna try speed running it.
Yeah, so the prediction was about how many students accept the offer if they've come to the visiting weekend, and the answer is more than 40%. Ken, care to elaborate?
379. No, I mean, our turnaround, if people come and visit us, they want to come here. And I think it's a perception of us outside of visiting here is different than actually visiting here. You'll see our amazing facilities. You'll see our new-ish building. It's nice and shiny and research exclusive. Also meeting the faculty and students, you'll see life is pretty good in FSU chemistry. And even in Tallahassee. Say what you will about Florida, but I really like Tallahassee and FSU in general. Eugene, it's your rationalization.
Yeah, that's about right. Everybody, for whatever reason, people seem to. That was great. For whatever reason, people seem to be surprised at how nice FSU is when they come visit.
Almost hit that.
It's really a great place, and the main research building is quite nice. It's a nice experience. This name, which I refuse to try to pronounce, PFUK. Wants to know if we get wants to know if we get a. Is the P silent? Wants to know if we get a free sub if we have Amazon Prime.
Yes, if you have Amazon Prime, just click the sub button, and there's a little checkbox you do to sub with your Prime subscription.
And now Narwhal Ball has said something that's absolutely hilarious. They say that Tallahassee has seasons, which is great compared to the rest of Florida. You must be a Florida resident by birth.
Yeah, it's not traditional seasons. You don't get like real winter, but you do get reasonable cold. You get a couple days below freezing.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, you ready for this?
Oh, do the backwards thing. Yes. Yes.
I can't.
Is that enough? Do you need to do another? Yes.
Holy crap, I actually hit that. Oh,
368,
man.
that's not bad.
I have not played this in a while.
My best there is probably 370. 368.
Oh, no.
You messed it up, though.
All right. East Coast is constantly hot. I agree.
Yeah, no, compared to... This is not the same as South Florida, for sure.
I'm not going to try to jump any of these.
Wise. Oh, there's an amateur
That's
mistake.
my first death on 8-1. I'm happy with how far I got. But yeah, I remember distinctly after I left LA, we were in Chapel Hill for my postdoc, but same thing in Tallahassee. I remember having a thunderstorm and being genuinely excited, like, this is a storm. This is awesome. Oh, come on, Ken.
This is embarrassing.
It really is.
Infinite quarters.
I'm trying the speed strats. Should I do a jump just to try it?
No, I think you should beat it. Show people your skills.
I was trying to do the pipe jump on this.
I think people appreciate that. Probably.
At one point, I was ranked like 184th or something in this game. But yeah, now not so much. I'm not even used to that strategy. I'm completely screwing it up. The speedrun is stressing me out. Yeah, Laurie, it's no joke. Mario, like, the only way you can get this fast is if you just press right and jump fast.
So, Ken, tell the stream how you got into speedrunning Mario.
This started...
Oh, man.
It was a Christmas party, like, the second or third year we were here, right?
2014, maybe.
It was something like that. And I brought my Nintendo over and had Game Genie, and we were just playing Mario. And I left it with Eugene, and Eugene kept texting me. He's like, oh, I made it to 8:3 in whatever minutes. And from there, it was just, oh,
It was on.
you challenging me? And that's what we did. We both started speedrunning it. And then, yeah, we both got on the leaderboard for speedruns.
I think my best time was like 5:12. But Ken's, you were 5. Did you ever break 5 or
No, I was
5:02?
5:03.
5:03.
Or 5:02 and some change.
And I remember growing up, that little tiny jump, that skinny thing,
Yeah,
it was
that
like
was
the
the
hardest
worst
thing
thing
in the
to
world,
do.
but it's so easy.
It is now. It's not even the hardest thing. Oh man, the task of this is absolutely amazing. Oh god, I forgot how to do this one.
That's not
It's the second pedestal. I gotta remember where to jump early.
you just don't have it locked in your DNA at
I
this
do
point?
not.
Oh, that's
There it
beautiful.
was.
Perfect.
There it was. You ready to be stressed out?
Please, please, please get the bullet glitch.
I don't think I've ever gotten the bullet glitch. Oh god.
Okay.
Have you seen the fake speedrun of this? Yes, I have. That was amazing.
Two real questions.
All right.
3 real questions.
do it.
I want to know the cost of rent in Tallahassee. What is the best place to live?
Oh man, are there any students in chat? Because Eugene and I don't rent, and we haven't rented. I rented early. You bought a house right away.
We bought a house right away, yeah.
See that strat? No,
I saw that one.
no.
Okay, well, the chat can save us for that one. Next question. Is it hard to provide basic medical care with Florida laws? I can't answer that one.
Oof. Anything outside of abortion-related things, yes, it's fine. The 6-week abortion law is, I would argue, is problematic. We haven't come across issues yet, but yeah, we're not happy about that. Not happy that the abortion amendment didn't pass. Is all I will say about that.
Okay, next question. Could a grad student join the track team?
Oof. I doubt it, because I don't think you have
Wait, Stefan
eligibility.
Britz. Oh, wait, he was an undergrad.
Yeah, you can do it as an undergrad, but like your window of eligibility for NCAA, I think you can if you didn't as an undergrad, but I think that'd be a rare occurrence. Man, I'm hitting that first
We had an
jump.
undergraduate from South Africa who was in the Olympics for the long jump.
Yeah, he was in chemistry.
And he entered the PhD program, but he ended up leaving.
Might get a mushroom just to beat this.
That's lame.
I can't, I'm unpracticed.
Okay, so Narwhal Ball says rent can range anywhere from $500 to $1,200 a month. And I don't know if Narwhal Ball is an undergraduate, but
Yeah, they're in my gen
things-
chem class.
that may not be representative of stuff that's farther from campus. I don't know. Let's see. Lori says we cannot legally tell them or encourage them where to live. Oh, right. So you asked where the best places are to live. You can look at the resources on the Center for Global Engagement's website.
Interesting. I didn't know we were legally forbidden from telling people.
Now it's recorded.
I'll just cut that part out. Hey, I beat 8-2. On to 8-3.
No,
I
you had it.
too. That was so nice.
Wow.
Son of
Okay,
a
more
bitch.
details about rent coming in the chat. Thank you very much. Hello,
Oh, that's Misa.
Oh, hey, Misa.
Misa, did you officially join a group? You don't have to reveal it on chat if you don't want to, but I thought I'd ask since it's
We could do a
convenient.
prediction.
has Misa joined a group? Oh,
Wow,
did you
that
see
was
that?
great.
Oh, third. That's amazing on the drop. I love doing that. That may be my favorite move. in
Cuddle
this.
Puppy, you are a troublemaker.
You don't remember Cuddle Puppy?
I remember everybody.
I wish I had memorized all these.
But you can't memorize. That's RNG, right?
No, there's 8 different
Oh.
patterns and you can know off the bat.
Oh,
See
really?
that? 2042. Should
I made the noise because I thought you were going to get 3 fireworks.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Should I do the pipe jump?
You should do...
Think I can hit it?
No.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it hit there. Did you see it clip into the... No?
I saw you bump into the...
I'm gonna murder you.
Fall to the ground. Did you go far enough?
I did.
Nice.
Speed strats. Oh god, I don't remember this one.
Oh, that's great. Congrats, Misa. Oh, that was nice.
Speed strat. Alright, here we go. Hammer bro.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Oh!
Couldn't have gotten the forward
I
jump.
have another chance at the pipe jump.
That's what you got from this?
No, absolutely. I love that pipe jump. When it hits, it hits. Man, I really like this speedrun. Do you miss this?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that was dumb. Oh,
But I was never...
Trying again.
I was never the level you were. Ken had this save state cartridge, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I still do that with this. You can do it with the emulator.
And so you can just restart to practice the same stupid jump over and over and over and over and over again and ignore your wife and kids.
It's true. Oh, he got it. Did you see it?
I did.
Did you see it?
I was unfortunately reading the chat, but I mostly saw
It'll
it.
be in the YouTube video. I got the pipe jump. That's the speed strat you have to do to actually get good times in this game. Ooh, too high. Too high. Alright, at this point I just gotta beat it.
You've demonstrated the pipe jump.
I have. I feel like I've
You should
won.
probably do it twice.
I'm gonna try. Love that too, where he just disappears.
What's the best time you finished this level in?
This level?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Once again, you saw him
I
clip
saw
the
it.
wall.
I saw it.
I don't know this level alone. Oh, what? Random sniper fish. We're not going to get enough NARC time on this. You demanded
You got
some
19
Mario.
minutes. You're good. This is
right.
better. This is 1,000 times better than NARC.
How dare you, sir? Take it back.
I'm sorry.
All right, we got it this time.
Oh!
There it is again. That was the slow pipe jump too, because I went too high. Oh, did you see that? Fast excel backwards? Just kidding. None of this is real. Alright, I might take this slow. I'm not going to try to... That's the thing about this. If you take it slow, it doesn't do you anything better. Yes, that does.
That was particularly slow.
No! I tried to jump under the fireball. I'm sorry. It's like your high jump? Yeah. It's Cuddle Puppy talking shit about NARC. I like it. Thank you, Cuddle Puppy. You still have to play it on stream. You gotta do it. Just commit. Get a 10-minute time on
You
NARC.
talking to me?
No, Cuddle
Cuddle
Puppy.
Puppy. Okay. Cuddle Puppy's a real person?
Yes.
What?
Smash that subscribe button. That was way too far. That was even far.
Safely far.
Safely far. Alright, we're gonna try this again. So what's unfortunate about the Bowser at the end of this level is there's like only certain patterns that are gonna let you through. And if you miss those patterns, you are screwed no matter what. So we're just gonna give it a shot. Hopefully the fireball's not in the way this time.
Yes. Jump forward. Yeah.
Yes, we did it.
In only an hour. Okay, Gavin W. Ohio U. One final question. Are the majority of research groups well-funded and active in publishing and accepting graduate students currently?
At FSU, I would say yes to all three of those. I'd say junior faculty have startup dollars. Most of the senior faculty have active grants of some kind. We maintain groups between, you know, 2 and 8, somewhere in there is the sigmas on each side.
How many people are in your group?
Mine is 6 right now.
You're still taking students?
Yep, I'll take 1 or 2 next year. You'll take 1 or 2 next year. So yeah. No, I think it's a rare scenario where somebody can take students. All right, you ready for some NARC? All right,
I was born
I'm
ready.
gonna jump in. A few things. One,
Got rid of my
that.
chat GPT.
I'm sorry. It's still there. There we go. I gotta free that up. Sorry, I'm leaning over Eugene to get to NARC. Not that one. Let's open it in this window. And I have to get 5 split up. I don't know why it doesn't recognize it until I go back to it.
You know, I spent forever trying to get that pedal you gave me working.
Yeah, never worked.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we close out every single Ask a Scientist gaming stream with NARC. It's a bargain bin game from the NES. Like when you walked out of Blockbuster, this was the $2 bin. This is the one we play at the close of every night. Eugene, you have to read the description to give people lore. The game is right there.
Okay.
So read the back of the box.
You just want me to read it to you.
Tagline, and then this.
Okay, NARC. No one had the guts until now. You are Max Force. Your mission? Bust Mr. Big and destroy his dreaded criminal empire. Seize all contraband, stolen money, illegal weapons. Use rocket bombs, high-powered machine guns. Apprehend all suspects. Protect the innocent and punish the guilty. Stop at nothing. 1 and 2 player simultaneous play.
Eugene,
It goes on from there.
as soon as Eugene's done consulting, he is going to commit, and we're going to get the 2-player world record run.
We will be the champion.
At some point, Eugene's going to learn how to play this, and then we'll play it together, and we will be the best.
January 2025.
And we will be on a stream together. We'll like commit 3 hours every other week or something. We're going to do it.
Okay.
We are going to do it. All right. Are you guys ready?
3 hours of NARC. I'm ready.
All right.
A lot of Mr. Bigs in the chat.
I have cheat codes on, so this isn't legit at all, but I haven't done this in like a year anyway, so...
Look at these graphics.
Saunter. So those of you that have watched other people play this game, you're going to be disgusted by how easy it is to actually get through most of these levels.
Just walk right through them.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Gavin. Oh,
Yes, definitely apply for the REU. And that
Yeah.
goes for everybody in the chat.
It's my new strategy, going the top route, but you got to jump. Jump. So the guy's going to spawn on the right. He's going to have bullets.
Bullets which you take.
Not bad. Within a second of world record time.
You no longer have the world record.
Gavin
is that
met
correct?
Lori at CERM. That's awesome. Totally paid off.
Recruiting works.
It does. We recruit 1 student at a time because you guys matter. So Gavin, definitely apply. We're excited to see your application. Come visit us. Get to see the department firsthand. We're all about it.
Especially during Ohio winter. It would be nice to come down, I'm sure.
Oh, what is that nonsense? I deserve that. I deserve that. Every 7 bullets, I lose a second. You ready for the first equalizer, the RNG equalizer?
What is it?
It's the blue card drop up here. So it's like a 1 in 8 chance. You have to be the right character at the right time, and I've already lost it. So this speedrun would be dead right now. So I have to like let him get into a certain range.
So just one. Oh, okay.
So yeah, there it is. Had the first one dropped it, I would have been good. I'm 3 seconds behind a world record pace right now.
What are we even doing?
I don't know. I just quit gaming. But yeah, if you guys want to distract me while playing NARC speedrun, feel free to throw those questions in chat. Oh, Laurie loves the NARC drink and drive. I'm about to get to the car. So cheers, Laurie. Sorry, I got to jump over this. All right. There we go. All right. I've been not counting posts. I need to know when the 8th post is, and I have to clear out the guys on the screen, because then it allows me to spawn the car There it is. All right, let's see if I can do this. Not crash into it. Yep, there's how you're supposed to do it, Lori, without crashing. But that one you have to crash into. So, yeah, we don't have a choice on that one.
Is it avoidable?
Mm-mm. That second green wall, you definitely hit it no matter what. But yeah, this is the NARC speedrun.
So exciting.
Eugene, I think you can do it. There's like a set of rules you have to memorize and just jump every once in a while when there's a bomb near you. That one might have hit me.
Man, how long does it take you to write a paper?
Depends on the paper, but I've gotten pretty fast at writing actually at this point.
I've written a few I have a strange enough group that there's been like 3 papers since I've been at FSU that I wrote by myself. And it takes about 2 weeks. The reason I bring it up is you're like, oh, we could just spend 3 hours. I probably spent like, I don't know, 4 hours today working on a paper, and I wrote maybe a page and a half.
So you might as well. Oh, sorry, you missed out on 3 pages. All right, let's see if I can do this one. Ready? 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Slow down, down, up. Oh, get out of there, Joe Rocket. Ooh, all right. There we go.
It's pretty good, Ken.
It's not a bad time, actually.
Did you just hit a dog?
I did. I apologize.
You see that Lori's making fun of you.
It's fine. I do speed walk. Oh, man. For some of you, this is the first time you've seen, like, a NARC speedrun. I love that people play this for the first time on stream.
Because it's so good.
It's so good. And it usually goes well until
Until Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. So you guys
Also the wheelchair guy.
You guys will have to see Cradle to Grave Mr. Big fight. Oh, and the wheelchair strategy.
What do grad students do for fun? Our current grad student population is pretty fun. They have an active student organization.
The Chemimoles.
The Chemimoles. It used to be Cheminoles, which makes sense because we're the Seminoles, but then we weren't... we were told we're not allowed to do puns on the name Seminole anymore.
Which is fair.
But what's not fair is that they picked Chemimole as the name. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway, they are active. They have barbecues every once in a while and different events.
Yeah, I think as with undergrad, I mean, finding the right group, finding the right social circle. Maybe your closest friends aren't in chemistry, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd argue that's probably a good thing. Watch the speed strat here.
There's a lot of nature stuff around Tallahassee.
Gonna eat bullets and get a green card.
So
that
if you
was
like,
quick.
If you like green spaces and animals. The world's largest natural spring is like 30 minutes from campus. There's boat tours where you can go see manatees and alligators.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, if you like nature, Tallahassee is spectacular. In fact, if you own a house, you have to fight nature.
With chemicals.
and saw blades
and weed
whatnot.
whackers.
Yeah.
We took your kids to Jackson Blue Springs last summer.
Oh, did you? What was that?
Yeah, they stayed with us one weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It turned out Bridget had COVID.
Thanks.
No, we were at the spring and she was like, I just don't feel like getting in. I don't feel good. And then it turns out she had COVID. But yeah, there's this other spring called Jackson Blue that's like 45 minutes from town. And the water is freezing. It's 69 Fahrenheit. But when you go in the middle of summer, it's awesome. They have a diving board. And they have a giant like playground slide just stuck in the middle.
At Wakala, you get to see manatees.
Yeah,
which is fun.
That's pretty cool.
Sea cows. All right, Mr. Big in the wheelchair. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see how Ken does on this. Oh, no, it's not this level. I'm an idiot. I thought it was Mr. Big fight. I just wasted like 10 seconds on that, like a moron.
Oh,
God, so disappointing. No one's going to apply to FSU now.
Is there anyone in the chat who has to teach a class in 9 hours?
Your complaint has been heard. You said yes 6 months ago. When did we plan this? It's been a while.
Yeah. Uh,
Kasun, thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, we still have like a couple minutes left. Also, if anyone has suggestions on people we should raise, Misadventures in Astro definitely has suggestions usually. Yeah, let us know who we should raid. But yeah, if you have questions. Also, if you're not following, even if you're not ever going to be on Twitch again, click the follow button. We like our numbers going up. It helps with our visibility. And we want to break 1,000. We are at 843 now with 90 some streams.
I think that we should stream until we hit 1,000.
Just tonight. you teach at 8 a.m. You could just have them log into Twitch.
I already forgot. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I forgot my notes. I could probably wing it.
You could wing it. Program in real time. All right, here we go. Mr. Big Fight.
Yes, Lori is amazing.
Okay, watch that off screen.
Email with questions.
He'll come back quick. Then here's the next round. Should be.
Midja, you I also have 2 young kids, and my wife also has an 8 a.m. class, but we're on alternate days. So this semester has been pretty rough. We're both single person drop off.
Yeah.
On the day that we're not teaching.
Battle.
And then it's just as bad on the day we are teaching.
All right. There is. Oh, Lori. Yeah, Lori, you should be able to share your email. I think you're approved for email addresses in chat. So yeah, that was Wheelchair Big. Not a bad round. Not perfect. All right, here's Mr. Big Fight. Am I going to do this first try?
Yes.
Nope. There it is. Anyone that's seen this stream regularly, this is...
How did you do that so fast?
I had nowhere to go. Then you get the first 2 vertebrae there, and then you get up here. Then you can get the next 2. Last 2 done.
What?
Yep. That's it.
That was it. Ladies and gentlemen.
You can do it, Eugene.
You've witnessed greatness.
How many times did I die? 2 times? I think I'm still legit sub 10 minute on this run. Civil forfeiture the level. The lawyers love that joke. That's what I learned. There it is. 956. That puts you in top 10 on NARC, if you could do that.
And I can do this. This is on an emulator. I can do it on.
You can do it on an emulator. I have to watch my speedrun video.
You're just trying to get your views up.
Oh, man. Okay. G. H. That should have been a factoid. My name. The disaster that is my name. Did I rant to you about this? No.
What's the G?
Well, so...
There's been a lot of G's in the chat. Gilbert, Gerald.
I'm Gerald, actually.
Yeah, okay.
But here's the fun transition of my name. So when I was young, it was like, oh, Ken the Barbie doll, I get it. And then we had things like Kenny from South Park. Oh my God, we killed Kenny. And then Kenny G, and my middle initial happens to be G.
Oh, you are Kenny G.
The group Hanson came out with Bop. So I've been attacked on all fronts of my name over the years. So yeah,
taken it well.
I have. But now I go by Ken, even amongst my students.
This was a perfectly timed stream.
It really was. I mean, we got 3 minutes left. Kenny G was my first concert. That's awesome. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, he's a spectacular saxophonist. Doesn't he hold the world record for the longest note, if I'm remembering correctly?
Yes, you can email specific questions.
Yeah, email me, Eugene, or Lori. We're happy to answer them. But yeah, Lori's email address is right there. She knows more than Eugene and I do, at least about the logistics.
Oftentimes, I just forward emails to Lori because she knows all the answers.
But if you have science-related questions, Eugene and I can either answer them or point you in the right direction with what we know.
Yeah, to be honest, I also didn't realize immediately it was Lori Hanley.
No worries.
But now I think I know her middle name. Maybe?
Yeah. Lori, thank you for swinging by. Thank you for the help on answering questions and feedback. And you got to see some Surgeon Simulator. We did some eye surgery. We got one eyeball in, so we did reach the Cyclops phase. So I'm going to self-congratulate on that. NARC at 956. Mario, not bad. We'll take that. We beat Area 51. We beat Jurassic Park.
Multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. But if anyone has suggestions on who we should raid, Misadventures usually have somebody in mind. If you have somebody, put them in chat. We'd be happy to raid them. You should type !next guest. Because, yeah, stream is over. We're hitting 11 o'clock. We're going to call it quits because Eugene has to teach class in 9 hours. But that's fine. He needs like 2 hours to prep, so he'll get like 6 hours of sleep.
It's going to be great.
No, it's fine. He'll be there. Hopefully some of his students are in chat and they understand. But thank you all for joining us. It's been a great time. Thank you for the questions. It's been really fun answering them and discussing things. But yeah, swing by. Our next guest, it's going to be a few weeks from now. It's going to be on December 4th. So what is that, 3 weeks? Something like that. We skip over the Thanksgiving Wednesday because nobody wants to come on the stream the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So the week after that, which is the final week of classes at FSU, our next guest will be Dr. Rob Spencer. He's a biogeochemist slash oceanographer. He studies soil science and soil samples and carbon cycle and how that impacts growth and development of various things in the ocean, I guess. Hydrology as well, which is kind of fun. So yeah, he's from the Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences Department at Florida State University. So we look forward to having Rob on. I don't know what he's going to play yet, but we'll figure it out.
He's definitely going to play NARC.
He's going to play NARC. He's going to be, I don't know, what do you think? What's your prediction?
20 minutes.
But yeah, Eugene is going to be a guest at some point, and we're gonna beat the NARC record. But anyway, yeah, stick around. We're going to raid somebody science related, which means our viewers go see another viewers. It's a social exercise on Twitch. If you guys aren't following us, click the follow button before we close out, or click the follow button ever. You'll get notifications about future guests. Those of you interested in grad school, contact me or Eugene or Lori. We are all happy to answer questions. We look forward to seeing applications to grad school. But yeah, stick around if you guys have any questions. Eugene, any parting words for the audience?
Apply to graduate school. It's like the greatest time of your life. It's pretty fun.
I really liked grad school. Like, sure, we were dirt poor, but that was because I lived in LA during grad school. But so it goes. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Misadventures. Yeah, we will call it quits there. Eugene, if you can hit the mute button, and we will sign off. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.